Good morning. Let's do this. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Hop on that stream. Hang out with the horde this morning. Fine, upstanding people. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Like, follow, and subscribe. Of course, you can always listen to the show. Download the app for free. Get us on your in-home smart speaker. Check us out at rock1061.com. Dude, so much going on. Cramming in a lot of show today because, sorry, guys, I'm taking some time off. We're going to do some best of the rest of the week, early into next week. But so much show today, it's insane.
Yeah, we have our good friend Hodge coming in from Southern Barrel Brewing Company for a special beer for breakfast at 8 a.m. this morning. Our very final episode of Explain the Bachelor with Lauren Wolverton will be at 9 o'clock today as well. We're giving away our last pair of Fozzy tickets. I mean, we have a lot of stuff to get to.
I don't know if the show's going to be able to handle it. I don't know if the stream will be able to handle it when you and Hodge are in the studio together because both of your hair is just epic. I don't know if you've seen Hodge's hair.
Oh, he's got a beautiful head of hair.
Oh, it's so immaculate.
Yeah, the testosterone's really kicking on inside of his body. I mean, this man has quite the luxurious head of hair.
So that's coming up at 8 o'clock, special Wednesday beer for breakfast. All right, we've got your call, comment, and text top of the 7 o'clock hour. What's the time? You've seen a customer at the place where you work flip out and lose it. There's so many of these stories. This is why the internet exists, just for these type of videos.
Right.
So we want your stories. We're going to do a quick Torture Tuesday replay from yesterday. I'll tell you how I'm faring after the Fart Launcher 3000. And then, of course, kick off the show with About Last Night. Medicinal meth is actually a thing.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either, just not in the case that we're going to talk about today. Australia hates tourists, and your smartphone. It's going to bust you one way or another. I just didn't see this one coming. That's all coming up here on the show this morning. Cotter and Marshall, good morning. Thank you for hanging out. Latest from Pretty Reckless. Only Love Can Save Me Now. Rock 1061.
Good morning, everyone. Oof. Thanks for joining us early on the stream. Heather, good morning.
What up, Heather? That's the one thing I'm bummed about my vacation is I'm missing Fozzy again. Every time, man. Every time I get to see him.
You're cursed. You're
cursed.
never going to see him.
We'll never
going
see
to see him. Chris Jericho hates you.
He must. Yeah. I don't know.
No, well, you must hate him because you keep leaving the city.
I just want to see you later, Chris Jericho.
Yeah. Morning, Charles. He goes, he had to skip workout today. What? To catch up on paperwork. Been that since 2:45. Going to be a long effing day. Heather says, give me your tickets. Heather, do you need a pair of tickets?
I'll give you my tickets.
Well, hold on. Where's our... You know what we need? We need like a magic wand in here. Yeah, no. Hold on. Oh. This is the closest thing I have to it, Heather. This is our magic wand. When you wish upon a star, Heather gets Fozzy tickets. Boom! Heather, congratulations. You just won Fozzy tickets.
There you go.
Message the Cotter and Marshall Show page. DM us. Give me your information, and then I'm going to put you on the guest list. Yeah, it was a fishnet.
That's all we got. That's all we got.
Yeah, I don't have a magic wand. How about that? Heather, here's the deal. Message the Cotter and Marshall Show Facebook page. Just say, hey, and then I'll get to you. I'm going to put you on the guest list for the show. You're in. You're going to see the show. Boom. That's what you get for showing up early on the Cotter and Marshall Show. Oh, I just randomly won a pair of tickets. Cotter and Marshall, can I have a pair? Yes. Actually, you can. There you go. Boom. You're done. Put it on the books. Heather, congratulations. Yeah, seriously. I swear to God. You're in. That's nice. Here's the nice thing. I handle all the tickets for the radio station, so I just get to do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So congratulations. Yeah, seriously, just direct message us, and I'll get to you. It's going to be late this afternoon. I got a lunch meeting at 12 o'clock, but like around 4 or 5, I'll call you. So give me your first, last name, your phone number, your email. That's all I need. But direct message the Cotter Marshall Show page right now, and if you don't, I can't help you. But other than that, I'll give you a pair of tickets. Congratulations. Whew. All right. So early. Slept like a rock last night. Felt real good about that.
It was good.
And then obviously got the next few days off, well, at least on air because you're off air.
Yep.
So I'll be getting a bunch of stuff done behind the scenes. I plan on making a little trip down to St. Augustine this Friday, going to see Shinedown. So I haven't seen my buddy Dave 3-4 months now.
Isn't that long?
It's been a while.
Damn.
And he's just down in Jacksonville.
I know, right?
But he's been very busy with the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp.
Yeah.
And we haven't been able to coordinate a time. Like, he's actually said, hey, man, I can come up to Savannah and come hang out with you this weekend. I'm like, cool. I'm in Orlando, or I'm in Chicago, or I'm in wherever I'm at. Always, we've completely missed each other these last few months. So, yeah, he invited me down months ago. He goes, you want to go see Shine down in St. Augustine? I'm like, sure, let's do it. So, going down, going to go do some touristy stuff, have lunch, go see the show. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, when the wife and I were driving back from Hamilton over the weekend, we're like, why don't we go to Jacksonville more often? That drive is just so effing easy.
Yeah,
so quick.
From the house,
under 2 hours.
From the house to downtown, you could get there downtown, like to the stadium, hour 45.
Yeah, it's great. All right, guys, just over a minute.
Whew. All right. We're still recovering from yesterday. We had a big meeting. Big meeting, guys. It was the meeting, not joking, was 3+ hours.
Yeah.
3+ hours.
We were told an hour. Or I was told an hour.
I got on site at 11:30 and I left at 4.
Now, typically you hear it could have been an email, type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want this to have been an email, though. I don't know if that would have been worse or not.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So much information. All right, under 30 seconds. All right, guys, be right back. Smartphones are now so smart, they know when you're stoned. Got that story next. Story number 1 about last night. Now, smartphone sensors used every day. They detect time, they detect travel. Well, now researchers are able to use those sensors, combine those two things, and they can detect when you're high.
This is beyond me. Like, this is science and numbers. You know that gif of Zach Galifianakis from The Hangover where it has all the numbers and the equations and stuff? I read the story, and that's all I saw, and I was like, I'm not even going to try to talk about this. I'm going to let Cotter do this one.
All right, well, here goes then.
Yeah, go.
Sangwon Bae is a...
Why'd you call me?
is a researcher and assistant professor. Now, they said smartphones with mobile sensors are universal. They can track our behavior in unobtrusive ways. Now, Sangwon Bae used this technology to actually detect binge drinking. So now they've taken it, and they're going to use it to detect whether you're high or not. Now, existing cannabis intoxication detection methods such as blood, urine, and saliva test have limitations. And given the amount of states legalizing marijuana, a lot more people are smoking, so they need other ways to detect it. So here's what they did: smartphone sensors use the motion were monitored in young adults who said we smoke at least twice a week. So they had more than 100 features in phones that were used in this research: GPS, noise, light, and activity levels. Researchers were able to take all of this data and determine within 90% accuracy when these subjects were stoned or not.
So I'm just like sitting on the couch eating like that gigantic bag of popcorn they get from like Sam's Club, and I'm just watching Netflix, and I got really stoned before. They could just tell I'm doing that?
Yeah, by the things you use, by what you're doing, by the light sensor on your phone, all of this. And they said within 90%, they can tell whether you're high or not.
Because if I'm high, I'm turning down the brightness on my phone down to like 10%. Yeah. I guess if I'm playing games, I'm probably missing a bunch of stuff.
Slower going on.
If I'm playing Candy Crush, I'm losing every time. I'm like, man, I really suck at this game. I never thought about that.
I mean, it's like, I love cell phones. I mean, you have everything you will ever need in the palm of your hand at all times.
And here's the thing with that, too, is like every Sunday I get really depressed because does your iPhone give you like you used your iPhone this much this week?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah, and it's like you average 7 hours a day. I'm like, but I was only awake 8 hours a day. Well, what am I doing with my life?
But this is this is like the dark side to your cell phone, man. Everybody's going to know. Eventually, your employer will be able to use this technology. I'm guessing they'll know when you're higher.
They'll ping it off a tower,
yes.
And then they'll look at your internet log at work, and they're like, why is he? Oh no, oh no, Jimmy, get in here. You're fired.
I'm just going to start buying a bunch of burner phones. I mean, I don't know what else to do.
Who do you think you are, Jason Bourne?
Maybe. I don't know. just more high, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, story number 2 about last night. Australia really clamped down when it came to travel restrictions during the pandemic, and they're not letting loose until 2022. Got details next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
All right. Once again, good morning, guys. Thanks for joining us nice and early. Wanda, good morning. Charles, if I didn't say it, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Friends and family here.
Good morning, all. But yeah, that's the downside of the cell phone thing, man. It's just like you can be tracked at all times. You've got all your information on your cell phone. I mean, chances are, you've used it to make purchases online. Credit card information is there.
Oh, yeah.
And now, it knows your daily habits. I don't know. All that stuff is just freaky scary.
Speaking of tracking my stuff that I buy online, you know what I get today? My Freddy Krueger high top van.
Oh, yeah.
And if you want to talk about a high purchase, I was very sober. But, who buys Freddy Krueger high top vans? This guy.
Have you decided whether you're going to wear them or not?
I still don't know. The collector in me says to hold off because, so when I bought the shoes, I wear a size 13. I have gigantic feet. It's in regards to my penis. So they were sold out of size 13, which never happens.
Right.
I have the largest feet on the planet for a very average man. I'm like, there's always size 13. That's the one size they were sold out of. So I'm like, sometimes, depending on the style of shoe, I can fit into 12s, no problem.
Right.
So that's also kind of a determining factor. If they're a little bit too tight, I'm like, they're just show shoes.
There you go.
I got a little Freddy Krueger little thing in my house. I'll just add them to.
See, I'd want to wear them. I ain't gonna lie. I just would totally want to wear them.
Oh no, trust me. I want to wear them. I want to wear them. We'll see. Juana says, "Oh, I saw Van was making those. They look awesome. They are awesome, 100%." This next story bums me out, as we've talked as I've said to you for many years now. I want to go spend some time in Australia.
Yeah, I know.
So we'll see. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's one of the places I want to go. My cousin. So I kind of talked about my cousin. So going to Austin, Texas. Family that lived down in Austin. My cousin's in his mid-20s. This guy, I've never met anybody who just does whatever he wants, enjoys life, is like one of the best just human beings on the planet. For a while, he lived out in Utah where he worked at a camp for teenagers that just have, needed kicked out of school, trouble with the parents, trouble with the law. So it's like one of those camps that they go to and, you can help kids. And he was a counselor there. He is now in New Zealand. He had to quarantine 2 weeks in San Francisco, flew to New Zealand. He's quarantining for 2 weeks in New Zealand. And then he's going to Antarctica. I don't quite know what he's doing in Antarctica, but he's going to work. And he's just that type of person that's like, oh, this job opening in Antarctica? I'm in. Let's go. Yeah, I'm really effing jealous of this dude.
I'd love to go there once and then leave immediately.
But just a cool guy.
Oh, gosh darn it.
One found out you have a fourth cousin who lives in Australia through DNA results. Nice.
Ask him if I could stay at their house.
Can we crash?
Wait, where do they live?
Yeah, Australia is one place. I've never left the country. Outside, I went to the Bahamas when I was a kid, and I don't remember it. But I've never left the country.
Yeah, I've been to Dublin a couple times, but and Mexico, and but I haven't really spent much time outside of that. So I found this story, Cotter, and it hurts my soul. So if you like the Food Network, because who doesn't? Especially if you're high, you love the Food Network. If you smoke the marijuana, the sticky icky, you really love the Food Network. Bad news. The Halloween Wars pumpkin carving show has gotten canceled this year because of COVID. It's Halloween Wars. It was a pumpkin carving competition hosted by Zach Baggins. That fucking douchebag.
Bilbo's cousin?
Yeah. You know who Zach Baggins is, right? He's like he's like the most famous ghost hunter currently out there. He's like gone and purchased.
I've seen the pictures. Yeah, he's a douche.
Bunch of shows. Yeah, he's a douchebag. So according to this, sources familiar with the situation tell TMZ, yes, as some eagle-eyed viewers have sourly noted, during the season of Halloween Wars, slicing up the traditional winter squash is not happening at the moment. And there's some more bad news. But it's going to continue this way for the rest of the year. We're told because of the pandemic and the timing of production, something that's out of the hands of the showrunners, so they're not going to be doing their annual pumpkin carving competition. I mean, they would get these gigantic pumpkins and they would carve this crazy stuff. Not happening this year. Bummer. I blame Zach Baggins. Heather says South Korea is cool. You mean the home of the Squid Game show, South Korea, which I finished watching last night?
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I'm on the next to last. I think there's 9.
There's 9, yeah.
Yeah, so we started 8 because it's like 8 was only like a half an hour, super short.
Was it?
Yeah, compared to the rest of them. And we got about 2/3 of the way through, and then we stopped. But dang, is it good, man?
Are you on game 5 yet?
Is that the last one I saw were?
No.
Bridge. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't want to give any spoilers.
Morning, Jeremy. How's it going, man?
Yeah.
They're that's one of my favorite games.
I mean, each it's just so crazy because I mean, the games are so. I mean, that one's kind of epic. I mean, from a scale standpoint.
Yeah.
But what they're able to do with just the dramatic tension in each of the games, and like it ratchets it up each effing game. Holy crap!
Yeah, Squid Game. If you guys have not watched on Netflix, Cotter and I, big time, huge approved. Cotter's almost done with it. I finished it last night. Great series. I'm moving on to Midnight Mass.
Okay,
that's my next show. Gonna start watching that probably. I don't know, whenever I get some time this weekend.
Yeah, the wife and I have been watching Squid Game, but I'll be honest, I'm gonna watch the finale when I'm in Texas because I can't.
Tell her
wait.
to watch it while you're gone.
I can't wait. I'm gonna watch it because like the twist with the head guy when he reveals, I was like, oh my god,
yeah,
so good.
I called that one like
Did you?
2 episodes prior.
Okay.
Yeah, I told my wife, I'm like, I think that's it.
Nah, I did. My wife called it my wife called it during the episode.
Oh yeah.
But I was like, I'm just stupid when it comes to that stuff. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Great call.
Download it on your phone. Watch it on the plane.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I downloaded 4 or 5 episodes of Squid Game and watched it on the plane via my phone. Plane rides will let you do that.
Under 2 minutes, guys. Under 2 minutes.
I didn't get to it also, but download. Heather says Midnight Mass is cool too. Download the last Norm Macdonald comedy special. I heard really good things.
Oh, okay.
Plus, Dave Chappelle just put out his latest special.
Oh,
so you can download that too.
Okay.
Morning, Tony. She goes, "Ooh, just started the Marble episode." Yeah. Oh, dude, wait till you watch the last episode. There's some crazy stuff that happens that leads. I mean, the creator of the series, I think, has definitely built it towards
another
series.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's not like I don't know. It's cool. I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah. All right, guys, just over a minute.
Yeah, I didn't get to Norm's comedy special, but I heard it was great. So I do have it downloaded on my phone. Maybe I'll get a chance to watch it over the next couple days. Although my schedule is like ridiculously busy. Actually, next Monday is like a really open day for me. So I'm excited about next Monday, but from like today through Sunday, I'm busy with all sorts of silly stuff. Which, it's going to be so much fun.
All right, guys, got about 30 seconds. Story number 2 about last night. We'll be right back. Australia not playing around when it comes to the pandemic, specifically travel restrictions. If you want to go to Australia, we'll let you know when you can finally head back over. Coming up next. It is story number 2 about last night. Now, Australia's got some pretty tough travel restrictions due to the pandemic, and international tourists not going to be welcome back to Australia until next year. I mean, I know it's only a couple months away, but they didn't give a definitive date, just next year.
I feel like it's going to be late next year because currently they're going to let in people with a higher priority pretty much. They're going to let them in first. So skilled migrants, students also are given higher priority to come back to Australia. And then like the rest of us idiots who are like, I want to see Mordor. like they're going to allow us in like way after that.
So it's weird because, I mean, it was strict on the travel restrictions, not just people coming in, but it makes it sound like even people just leaving the country. Prime Minister Scott Morrison announced last week that the plans to allow vaccinated citizens and permanent residents to fly overseas from November for the first time since this ban went into effect, which was March of last year.
Yeah, they've had one of the tightest restrictions when it came to movement for the pandemic because, well, that's the way they wanted to run things. Now they've kind of hit some new like local infection records. Now, according to the Victoria State on Tuesday, a national record of almost 2,000 new infections have happened in Australia, the second most populous state there. And they're reaching new infection rates every day. So it's kind of surprising that they want to kind of reopen even as soon as 2022 if they can't get that thing under control because, it's an issue.
If you had to, or I should say this way, where does Australia land in the power ranking of places you want to go visit?
It's like 1A and 1B with that in New Zealand. Like that's my next big trip.
Right.
Like I'm going to puddle jump from LA to Hawaii to Australia and New Zealand. Like
I think it's a little bit more than puddle jump.
No, well, it's well, obviously it's quite the puddle, but that's the next big trip I was trying to get. I mean, we were supposed to go this coming year, my wife and I. She has some time over the 4th of July. I was kind of like pinpointing that like a year and a half ago, and then the pandemic, and then everything, and then I don't know if that's going to happen now, but yeah, that's definitely like a 2-week trip in my future is going to be that entire movement.
All right, story number 3 about last night coming up. Medicinal meth actually is a thing, just not in this story. We've got details coming up after Silverchair. This is tomorrow, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Morning, Jeremy. Thank you for dropping in that story for our question of the day. In case you guys want to get jumping on it, question of the day is, what's a time that you've seen a customer at your place of work totally flip out and lose it?
Just send a text. My head guy prediction so far. Am I right, Tony?
Yes. Tony texts me. Tony, you're good. That's right. I'm not going to say anything, but let's just say it's looking good.
So Gwyneth Paltrow has her Goop Laboratories.
Yeah, it's her vagina stuff.
Vagina candle.
Yeah.
She now has a female supplement that is supposed to increase sexual desire in the ladies.
Okay. So she made Spanish Fly.
Impact female libido and sexual health. It is called DTF. Down to F.
Oh, yeah, it is. Good for Gwyneth Paltrow.
That's actually kind of funny. DTF is in capsule form. Be taken twice a day for at least 2 months. It's vegan and gluten and hormone free.
Of course it is.
30-day supply, $55.
What's in it?
I don't know.
Can I make it at home?
Yeah, it's called shots.
Good Lord. All right, interesting. I definitely don't need it personally. But yeah, okay. Gwyneth Paltrow, good for you. So I think it's this weekend, and I just had it up. Of course, I closed it. Sorry, dramatic pause. Do you remember Deontay Wilder? He fought Tyson Fury.
Oh yeah,
back in 2020, I think.
Yeah.
Remember he was wearing that huge costume, then he blamed it. He blamed the 50-pound costume he was wearing.
Wore him out, yeah.
Wore him out from the walk to the ring. Well, according to this new article, Deontay Wilder is planning to wear a unique walk-up, much lighter piece to his trilogy fight, significantly lighter this time. Thank God.
Yeah.
Once again, I mean, the walk took about 60 seconds, and he was wearing 50 pounds, and that's what he said wore him out.
And what, the fight's this Saturday, Sunday?
I believe it is, yeah.
Okay, this weekend, yeah.
I kind of want to watch it. I'm not going to be available, but I kind of want to watch it.
All right, got about 90 seconds.
Jake Paul has currently retired once again.
Oh, Jesus.
The Jake Paul retirement count is now up to 2, or at least 1.5, because the YouTube superstar says he is temporarily leaving the sport to enjoy his hot girlfriend and shoot some guns until someone steps up to fight him. Okay, so he's
such a D-bag. God dang it, man.
I can't wait till someone just rocks his world. It's going to be incredible. So pretty much he put out a statement just saying, I'm going to get laid and shoot guns. Cool. Some people that's called Tuesday. Sorry, guys, I'm getting set for our call-in. Got some great stories on social. I'm just kind of putting together here.
All right, guys, got about 30 seconds. Gonna dive into story number 3. We'll be right back. Yes, there is something called medicinal meth. Thankfully, it's not part of this story. Story number 3 about last night. 46-year-old Matthew Casumano was riding his bike 2:45 in the morning, Friday, in Madera Beach, Florida. Now, a cop stopped him because he didn't have lights on his bike, which makes sense. Come to find out, not shocking, he's got an outstanding warrant because he didn't show up in court for drug charges. This was back in June. So they searched Matthew, and to nobody's shock, found more drugs.
So, I mean, usually if you're out at 3 o'clock in the morning riding your bike, generally it's a little too early, a little suspicious looking, and you're probably going to look like a crack addict. I mean, right? I mean, like, if you're riding your bike at 2:45, I'm like, that guy made some mistakes.
I can confirm because I've gotten here, and I mean, I've gotten here, you know, I usually get to work about 4, sometimes a little bit earlier, and I've seen people ride bikes through our parking lot, and I'm like, yeah, what are you up to? Yeah. I mean, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they're going to work. I don't know. I doubt it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, he's had some issues in his life. Well, when they decided to pull up on him, they found a third of an ounce of meth on him. And when they asked him about it, he admitted. He's like, yep, that's meth. That's straight up good old American-made meth.
But he claimed to be, you know, don't worry, guys. It's fine because this is medicinal meth.
Yeah, I just went to Meth Mart, picked up my allotted amount of meth today, and this is totally cool.
He said he had a prescription for it. Now, here's where we all learn something, everybody. There is actually a form of meth doctors can prescribe, and it's for ADHD. It's called Desoxyn, but it comes in pill form, and this meth was good old crystal.
Yeah, and it's also for weight loss, too. So can I start doing meth, Cotter?
I mean, is it in the handbook somewhere that you can't?
I don't think so.
If you're getting it from a doctor.
We work in radio. As long as we show up, we're good. We literally can't be fired. And I'm here every day. So I think I'm going to start taking meth.
I think it's a good call. All right, coming up next, if you missed Torture Tuesday yesterday, got a quick replay of all the action that went down with the Fart Launcher 3000 Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
Still up there. Possibly one of my best purchases, Fart Launcher 3000. I'll never forget it. I mean,
it's ingrained in my mind.
Yeah, I think a total cost. I mean, if you add in the liquid ass, I spent about $30 ish for the total Torture Tuesday.
Yeah.
Well worth it.
Stupid piece of crap.
Speaking of Torture Tuesdays, we have our next one lined up. Our next one will happen on October 19th. So 10/19. I will just say our next Torture Tuesday involves the return of the mystery box. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Possibly one of the most painful Torture Tuesdays as well.
100%.
Yeah. So that should be fun. I told my wife about it last night, and she said, why?
Is this the first time she's asked, or?
Yes. I would say yeah. Because I was telling her about my day, and I was like, did Torture Tuesday, got to shoot Cotter in the face with the fart gun multiple times, had a great time. And she's like, oh, what's your next one? And I told her, and she goes, well, why? And I said, I don't know.
Why not?
Cotter said to. I don't know. It's kind of how that goes. So
this is, I don't know if we've ever really even talked about this on the air, but the premise, or not even the premise, but the device that will be a part of this Torture Tuesday is something we've actually talked about for years. Just never could quite find the right way to pull it off. I blame you because you came up with a box of mysteries.
Hey, sorry for coming up with a great idea, Cotter. Let's see. All right, guys. So we're going to come back here in a few minutes. We're going to play a kind of a replay of Torture Tuesday from yesterday.
It's when I took the first blast of liquid ass.
Which is just funny to say.
It really is. Or Liquid's ass, I don't think he's on yet.
Definitely not Liquid's ass. We didn't go distill board member Liquid's ass. That would be quite weird. All right, sorry, just getting our call in ready. Once again, guys, got a question for you. Question of the day coming top 7 o'clock hour. What's a time that you've seen a customer at your place of work totally flip out and lose it? Got Horde members Charles and Tony. They own their own businesses. Do you have a story about yourself? Do you have a story about a former employee maybe of yours that maybe lost it a little bit? Please share in the comments or give us a call, 1-800-394-1061. Or even if you were just one of those people just working on the sidelines and just happened to see it. Maybe you videotaped it. Tell us all about it. Shoot us a link to the video. Would love to see it. But once again, Jeremy, thank you for sharing your story with us. Got that all set up. Coo. Coming up later in the show, special beer for breakfast today. Hodge is going to be coming in at 8 o'clock. Then we're going to talk some comic book stuff. Ben Affleck has just finished filming for the new Flash movie. He released a quote in regards to his time on the film set, which I thought was very interesting. And then we'll also talk about James Gunn. He's been talking about the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, which is coming out next year, which I'm super excited to check out.
Yeah, I think that's going to be fun. Here's a kind of interesting question. How long do you have to live in a state for you to say you're from that state?
Especially if you've never lived there before, I would say minimum 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say 3 years.
All right, so there was a new poll with this. Because, when people ask where you're from, it is kind of a weird question. Well, I'm from Illinois, but I've been here for over a decade now, so it's like I'm from Savannah. A new poll, 30% of people say they're from a state only if they were born there. 20 say they're from a state if they lived there 1 to 10 years. And 18% only say they've been in a state for more than 10 years.
Yeah, Heather says 7 years, and Tony says 5 to 10.
Yeah.
So I did my first 23-ish in Illinois. I did 7 in Vegas, and I've done 7 here. So where am I from?
You're just a hobo.
I'm a vagabond.
Traveling the rails.
I'm like Kane from Kung Fu.
Just without the wisdom.
And a lot of other skills.
All right, we got about 4 minutes.
Kind of like that girl from Squid Game. I'm great at everything, except for the things I'm not.
Yeah, man. A couple of those episodes are just brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. The marble episode. That I mean, and it's such a small thing. You're like, oh, this is heart wrenching. Oh my God. Yeah, God damn, man. It's such a good show. But don't go in expected to feel good afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, congratulations to the Boston Red Sox last night. Thank you for knocking the Yankees out of the playoffs. It was very necessary. Yeah. Very, very necessary. The Red Sox winning 6-2 in the one-game wild card last night. So they make it to the divisional series. So good for the Red Sox. Kyle Schwarb bomb. First inning.
Nice.
Nailed a home run. Started the year off with the Nationals. They got traded to the Red Sox. He's having a good year.
All right, guys. We've got about 3 minutes.
Heather says, I am from here as is my hubs, but we spent a good chunk of his Air Force career in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And then she makes a pukey emoji. Recently just moved back home. Yeah, I don't know. What's Fayetteville known for, Heather? I mean, like, what do you do in Fayetteville? I'm guessing nothing. I'm guessing go somewhere else that's not Fayetteville. Tony says, I say I'm originally from Illinois and then wandered for many years, and I have been in Savannah for around 22. Oh, yeah, you're definitely from Georgia now, Tony.
Absolutely nothing. Poor Fayetteville. It's like if somebody asks, where I'm from, I mean, it's just like Illinois, but I've been here for 12 years.
Yeah.
I always throw in both because it's like I'm not from here, but I'm from here now. I don't know.
I guess it really depends on the person I'm talking to.
Okay.
I'll tell them. I mean, most of the time, if it's someone that I think I want to make a connection with, Tony, fuck you, Jesus, Tony, throw out the fuck yous at 6:41 a.m. It depends on the person I'm talking to. If I'm actually interested in having a conversation with them, I'll be like, yeah, I'm from Vegas,
right?
And they're like, oh, because Vegas is such a. I mean,
it sounds cooler.
Well, it sounds cooler. Plus, everyone's been to Vegas, so everyone has a story.
Yeah.
But if I'm like, I'm from Central Illinois, a place called Deer Creek. It has a population of 1,000 people. Are people like, cool?
Yeah.
Like, what are they going to say to that?
That's fair.
But yeah, I mean, it depends. If it's someone that I want no interaction with, and that's what they say, I'm like, I'm from Deer Creek, Illinois, and they're, what are they going to say to that?
Oh,
exactly.
Oh,
is it Deer Creek?
I always get when I'm from Illinois. It's like, oh, Chicago? No, it's not.
Exactly.
It's not Chicago, guys.
And it also stops me from saying that too.
Yeah.
I flat out say Deer Creek, Illinois every single time.
I always just say when they say where at in Illinois, it's like Peoria area. Just because most people, if they know a city outside of Chicago and Illinois, they'll know Peoria.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. Yeah, I'm from a small town called Manitou, surrounded by cornfields.
Right. Dave says, yeah, I can relate. The Army dropped me off to a few states. Yep. Heather says, literally leave to have to do anything. Fayetteville is known as the home of 82 airborne divisions, so you can only imagine the tone of city, tattoo shops, titty clubs, pawn shops. Yeah, I totally can. Kind of sounds awesome. I want to stop there for like 12 hours, but that's it. See how much trouble I can get into in 12 hours and I leave.
A lot.
Dan says, what's up, mis amigos? Yes, we are La Pantera. Thank you.
Everybody asks if it's close to Chicago. Yep, everybody. Chicago? No.
Yeah.
Nope. All right, guys, be right back. Yesterday, Torture Tuesday went down. I'm happy that it wasn't like one that I was feeling the effects, 12 hours after, a few hours after. Now,
right.
Emotionally, I don't think I'll ever be the same.
Right.
But physically, when I left the room, it wasn't like I was taking, a stomach full of hot crap, There's just a bunch of crap smell in the face.
Right. I mean, think about this. I mean, for the rest of your life, you're going to have a story where you could tell people, I had someone blow farts in my face for 4 straight hours. I mean, and like that's a conversation starter right there. I mean, think about that, Cotter. I mean, if anything, the torture, secondhand. The story will live forever.
Sounds like an OnlyFans page somewhere. Somebody's paying.
Maybe you should start one. Maybe we should start one.
There you go.
We blow farts in each other's faces for $7.99 a month. Do you want to do that? I'm willing to try.
You know what? I'm always up for some extra money.
Yeah, I need a revenue stream. Come on, let's go.
All right, so if you missed Torture Tuesday yesterday, here's a quick snippet of it, starting with me spinning the wheel.
Oh, no, Cotter.
So close.
Right next to Gas Pass.
It was so close, and then it bounced back.
Right
Liquid ass.
Right next to Gas Pass is Liquid Ass. This is the worst smelling fart spray on the market. So I'm just going to use a single spray right here. I press this once. One. And I sprayed Cotter right in the face. Oh, did you shut your mouth? Was your mouth open?
I closed my mouth.
Oh, how'd that smell?
Dude,
I kind of smell some of it. Oh,
the regular fart spray is like a 5th grade basketball team.
Yeah.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
The Liquid Ass is like the dream team, the original.
Right.
Michael Jordan,
Yeah. MJ.
Pippen, Magic Johnson.
Yeah, Larry Bird's on that team. More like Larry Turd, if you know what I mean. See what I did there?
That
Classic.
I can avoid that all morning long. That'd be fine. Dude, it was.
Yeah.
The Liquid Ass is a whole other level.
Spoiler alert, he did not avoid it for the rest of the morning. He got like 4 or 5 more shots of it.
It just lingered in the fart launcher too. Even after you used it, it didn't dissipate at all. It was utterly abysmal. We'll have video up. You can be able to check it out. Of course, you can check out yesterday's complete show on the YouTube page. All right, coming up after 7 o'clock, call, comment, and text. What's the time that you've seen a customer at your place of work totally flip out and lose it? This is one of my favorite things to do on Reddit. Is just go to the public flip out.
Oh, yeah.
Reddit and watch the videos of people just losing their S at businesses. It is so much fun. So we want your stories, 800-394-1061. Call, comment, and text. Going to get to those after 7 o'clock. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Phil, thanks for dropping in your story. Phil just dropped in a story there. Appreciate that. All right, guys, once again, our question of the day is, what's a time that you've seen a customer at the place you work totally flip out and lose it? I'm going to tell a very quick story about a listener who won a prize here at the radio station.
Right.
And they did not like the way we gave them the prize. And they lost it a little bit.
I've got a story also about a listener who won something and really thought they were getting more and was really unhappy when they didn't get it. And they decided to have a discussion at the event. So that was fun. So, yeah.
Morning, Holly. How are you?
All right. So the next 5 days for me. Music, live music, lots of live music.
Yeah.
Lots of beer.
Uh-huh.
A little bit of weed.
The marijuana?
Oh, yeah.
Don't get an abortion. You can't. Just so you know, you're going to be in Texas.
That's
you can't
true.
get an abortion.
I'll try not to get knocked up. And my aunt's cooking. That's all that matters. Those 4 things over the next six days.
You're leaving your wife here in Savannah, right?
Yeah, I kind of feel bad. So legitimately, so my wife and I have been married 22 years. We've had kids like right when we got married. This is the longest she has been by herself in over 2 decades. She'll be by herself for a week because she's either had me at the house, the kids at the house. She has never been alone for this long in over 2 decades. I'm like, what are you going to do? And she's like, I don't know. She has Friday off, and she talked about like going to getting like massage and maybe a facials and stuff like that. And I'm like, you better do it because she won't. She'll say she's going to do it, and she's like, I decided to work instead. Like, don't go do something. So I hope she does something. And she's reached out to a couple friends to hang out, so hopefully. But yeah, it's really weird because like I spend a lot of time alone, without them, and it's just like for her over 2 decades. It's crazy.
She'll have all those little children to hang out with. Maybe she call one of them over. I guess that's a bad look.
That's not a good look at all.
Ryan, thank you so much for your story there. Appreciate that. Charles has just a quick bit of advice for you, Cotter. He said, Cotter, no hope and dope. No hope and dope.
Oh, I'm not hoping.
All right. Once again, our question of the day. What's a time that you've seen a customer at your place of work totally flip out and lose it? Go ahead and share your stories with us. Jeremy, Phil, Ryan, thank you so much for sharing your stories. When it comes to this, Cotter, I know we're still about 10 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
How do you want to work it? If you want, I can start off.
Yeah. That's cool.
You can share something from Facebook. I've got 3 stories. They're a bit longer than your typical like 1 or 2 liners that we get from social media.
Right. Yeah, we got one epic one from social media, and the rest of them seem about normal.
I may use Mark's. Don't use Mark's. I may
From
use
social?
that one. Yeah, from
Okay.
social. I'll keep that as a backup too.
Altman?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and start. I'll save, because Lindsay's is the long one. I'll save that.
Yeah, see if you can cut that down.
Yeah, that's what I was going through now.
Edit that up. That's ridiculous. I love her, but she writes the longest stories. They're always good. Yeah, everything else is good. Phil's got a great story that I'm going to leave for the second or third break, and we'll kind of roll like that. So first break, I'll tell my story. You'll go off social, and then I'm going to do probably...
Lindsay, that's a good story.
Oh, Tony, did you wind up getting that package? Also, thank you if you did. All right, so I'm going to tell Jeremy's on the outro. Jeremy's includes a hinges getting ripped out.
All right, so start with yours. I'll go to social, and then you'll end with Jeremy's.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, guys, once again, our question of the day. Thanks for hanging around with us while we were just kind of figuring out how we're going to do that. Once again, our question of the day. What's a time you've seen a customer at your place of work totally flip out and lose it? Go ahead and chime in if you want via the phone line. 1-800-394-1061. We're pretty sure it works. Best morning show, no big deal. And you could also text us at that same number, or continue to drop your stories into the chat here, and we'll definitely get to it.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, shoot. I'm going to get coffee. That's why I'm yawning, guys.
I don't need no damn caffeine as I drink my caffeine. All right, guys, we are going to be off for a couple days. The rest this week, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Cotter's going to see family in Texas, so we're going to be out for a while, which actually is kind of good. It gives me some time away from my regular schedule to kind of plot some stuff out for the rest of the year. We do have some great stuff lined up for the rest of the year. We have some new bits that we're going to be bringing on, some theater pieces, possibly, hint. So we'll definitely get to that. Working on doing some new graphic packages as well for our stream side of stuff. So we'll be getting a different look here for the Cotter and Marsh show over the next few weeks. Probably take more than that to kind of get it all up and going. So excited about that as well. And then we've got our Saturday night special we'll be doing in December. We've been kind of talking about it. If you guys remember when we first started the Cotter and Marshall show, we would constantly play Ask the Internet. Well, there were certain questions that I just thought, wow, it's a really risque. So we decided to hold them off. So on a Saturday night in December, we are going to do a Saturday night special where we get drunk and we talk very lewdly and answer all of these questions. So that'll be happening in December. Plus, we have a special December. I don't know. I don't want to give anything away. Let's just say we have a special December idea that we're going to be getting to. So I think with Cotter out over the next few days, I'm going to be able to like push some of these ideas forward and get some more stuff plotted out. So
yes.
We're excited to move forward and do some stuff. I'm really excited about that theater idea. I mentioned it once there. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I like that idea. I love. I'm assuming the other December idea you're talking about is the one thing, which I love that.
It is the one thing.
I like that idea a lot.
Very vague. Congratulations.
So we need to come up with the things for the one thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll get the things.
Yeah, but I think that thing is a good thing.
Juana said, I've heard it all now. I just saw laundry folded on the floor. I asked who they belong to. Of course, it's the 11-year-old. I asked why she didn't put them up last night. She said her feet hurt. They didn't effing hurt when you were outside playing. What the ever-living F?
Kids. So awesome.
Kids, man. Kids. You want to hear about the weirdest thing I found on the internet yesterday?
Yes.
Gwar, the band Gwar, Gwar, they have a tradition where they kill every president of the United States while they're in office. So they'll bring up like a president with like, the presidential mask, and they'll have them murdered during one of their shows.
Okay.
So due to the COVID pandemic, it's taking Gwar a little longer to take out Joe Biden, but they finally did it while touring last month, and they finally got the video up to share it just yesterday. So they've killed every sitting president on stage since Ronald Reagan, but they didn't stop there. The Galaxy's Greatest Metal Band has also killed Hillary Clinton, Al Gore, Nancy Reagan, John Kerry, John McCain, Mitt Romney, Sarah Palin, and plenty of other bigwigs from all ends of the political spectrum. This is why Gore is awesome. Gore is just a silly, ridiculous, fun time.
Right.
So they literally, this is completely ridiculous. They brought up a member of the Taliban and had Joe Biden murdered during a Gore show.
Jesus.
I know in this day and age we're not supposed to laugh at these silly things, and that's terrible. But Gore is a stupid comedy band, and like they had the most ridiculous, like over the top animated like Taliban guy,
right?
And Joe Biden. It was stupid and silly. It was pretty funny. So good old Gore bringing the comedy back.
So we've talked about scary movies. Here is a list of Halloween or, kind of movies, but for people who don't like horror movies.
Okay.
Halloween Town, a Disney Channel movie. I don't know.
Okay, so this is for people who they have super like large amounts of feelings and can't get scared.
Yeah, they don't like.
This is a list of pussy movies for pussies.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
What We Do in Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows. Okay, interesting.
Young Frankenstein, which is a great movie.
Gene Wilder, classic.
The Phantom of the Opera.
It's not scary at all. Yep.
Practical Magic. I don't know that
Never
one.
seen it.
Death Becomes Her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Bruce Willis, Goldie Hawn, Meryl Streep.
Yep, that's the one.
Little Shop of Horrors, one of my favorites. Mary and the Witch's Flower. I don't know that one.
Sounds like a porn.
Scooby-Doo.
Sounds like a porn.
Van Helsing.
Okay. All right.
The Witches of Eastwick. That was from the 80s. Cher, Jack Nicholson.
Oh, yeah.
Corpse Bride. Great.
Sure.
Beautiful Creatures. The Rocky Horror Picture Show, which I agree.
Right.
And Witches.
So these are films that people who don't like scary movies but want to watch something scary can watch.
Yeah.
This is the safe list.
Yeah, basically. We need to reach out to Club One. Bay Street Theater is doing Rocky again.
Oh,
See
are they?
if they can give us some tickets to give away or something.
Sure.
Be kind of fun. If you haven't, so they do the play, the Rocky Horror Show. So if you've never seen the play, it is awesome. Bay Street does a great job. It's one thing I've said for over a decade. 1 year, I'm going to try out. I just don't have the balls to do it because I can't sing, and I've never done it. But a buddy of mine that I did improv with, Justin Kent, I believe, is playing Frankenfurter again. He played it 5-6 years ago. Dude, nailed it. So super excited to see him back in the role. It's a lot of fun if you haven't gone.
Ryan says no Nightmare Before Christmas on the list. Yeah, I agree.
Oh yeah, it's a good call.
I mean, there's other animated films on that list, right?
Yeah.
Corpse Bride. Yeah, why is it Nightmare?
Oh, Hocus Pocus isn't on the list either. A lot of people love that movie.
I watched that for the first time last year.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think they're doing a sequel.
they are. They
Okay.
are doing a Disney Plus sequel.
Got to have the content. I'm going to grab my coffee.
All right, guys, once again, our question of the day. What's a time that you've seen a customer at your place of work totally flip out and lose it on you, on another coworker? Share your stories with us. You can do that via the chat, or you can do it by calling us up, 1-800-394-1061. Very much so. Got a loaded show today. Our good friend Hodge is going to be stopping in for beer for breakfast. He's bringing his brewmaster in with him from Southern Barrel Brewing Company as well. They got a big event this coming Friday. They have Oktoberfest that's going to be going down. Also, we have trivia for our last pair of Fozzy tickets, and we'll get to Lauren, our final episode of Explain the Bachelor, Bachelor in Paradise. I'm sure they're going to do like some reunion episodes, but we won't do that. We'll just get into the last episode that aired last night, and that'll be a wrap on that. But don't worry, we've come up with some stuff where I think Lauren's going to be able to still join us here on Rock 106.1. We love her and Connect Savannah. Want to make sure we keep that going. So today is Wednesday. Sorry, sneeze. Today is Wednesday, so today should be our manager's meeting, although no one said anything about it, so I wonder if we're going to have it. But we'll be asking you guys to drop in your top fives, stuff you've been working on maybe over the next couple days or so. We'll ask you guys to drop in your top fives here in about an hour-ish or so. Probably try to squeeze it in just after trivia and before we have our guest in studio at 8 o'clock. Yeah, I see we're about 3 minutes away for we get back on the air here with our question of the day. Once again, what's a time that you've seen a customer at your place of work totally lose it?
You mentioned top fives, didn't you?
I did.
You know what? Not doing one.
You're not doing one?
Well, I'm a vacation. I gave my top five. Live music.
Yep.
Beer.
Uh-huh.
Little weed.
Okay.
My aunt's food.
Yeah.
I need one more.
Oh, you stopped
Oh,
there.
tattoo. I may get a tattoo.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. There's my five. And that's not a definite yet, but I may get the tattoo.
Ryan says, missed Torch Tuesday the other week with the Hot Mountain Dew. How was it? It was terrible. We did the dual chip challenge, then we chugged a Flaming Hot Mountain Dew with Carolina Reaper mashed into it with a spicy honey rim with tahini spice kind of on that honey as well. Yeah, it was ridiculously stupid, and we'll have the video up very shortly. I'm obviously behind my video stuff. But we'll definitely share some of that while Cotter is out over the next few days. Trust me, it's on the list. But there's been more important things like watching Squid Game, okay? Don't judge me. All right, so once again, I'm going to start this off with my story. You're going to do some social stories. Are you doing 1, 2? What are you doing there?
That's what I'm looking at here. I'll do at least one. We'll see where we're at. Well, yeah, I'll do two. They're both pretty short.
Okay.
Jeremy's will be the second.
Ryan, did I try the Mountain Dew as intended? Like, yeah, I accidentally broke a can at the house. So I did just drink a straight up glass of Flaming Hot Mountain Dew It had a bit, like the tiniest bit of spice to it. I'll say it had a subtle kick to it. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, it was like a 2.2.
Yeah.
It tasted fine. But yeah, with us, kicking it up with the Carolina Reaper and the spicy honey and stuff, it gave it a different level. And
that was stupid.
Cotter couldn't do it.
It was rough, guys.
Cotter had the worst day of his life.
It was a rough day, man.
Yeah.
It was so rough. But yeah, I tried a couple sips straight up, and yeah, well,
What was that?
yeah.
All right.
No judgment with Squid Game. That show slaps.
That show slaps so hard, dude. I love Squid Game. Yeah, up next is Midnight Mass. I'm excited to watch that. And then I have not started watching my classic horror films, but
Okay.
The Bride of Frankenstein this week.
All right, guys, be right back. What's a time that you've seen a customer at your place of work completely lose it? We want those stories. Call, comment, and text 800-394-1061.
Cotter and Marshall. Rock 1061.
Good morning. Thank you for hanging out on air and on the stream. If you're not on the stream, hop on, join the horde. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You can watch the show each and every morning. Be sure to give us a like, follow, and subscribe while you're there. Now, once again, we're taking your calls, comments, and text, 800-394-1061. What's a time that you've seen a customer at your place of business flip out, totally lose it?
Yeah, we had one here at the radio station, Cotter, just a little while ago. I guess it was like everything, pre-pandemic. And this was a pretty interesting thing. So I'm back in my office here at the radio station, and I could hear someone have an elevated voice, and I could tell it wasn't anyone that we actually worked with.
Right.
It was someone who was coming in to get a prize. Now, anyone who would come in and get a prize, they would have to give us, and I know it sounds crazy, they would have to give us your social security number, because anytime you won over $600 in prizes, the IRS gets to tax you. That's not me.
Not us.
That's not us. That's just a rule. So this gentleman won, I think, somewhere around the range of like a $200 prize. It had like some gift cards and some tickets and stuff. It was kind of a package deal, right? Well, he just couldn't understand why we needed a social security number. I'm like, well, sir, we have to collect it on your first time that you come and pick up prizes, because what if you come in again and you win more stuff and you refuse to give it then too? I mean, like, I would never get it, and then I would be breaking the law, because I would then not be telling the IRS they need to tax you. Like, that's just kind of the rule. So I wasn't able to tell him that, because they didn't call me up yet. This is like 10 minutes in. I hear this guy screaming, and eventually I kind of walk up, like real slyly, peek around the corner, and I'm like, oh, this is bad. This is not good. And so I just kind of hide, and I wait for the call, and they eventually call me up, and I have to explain it to this guy.
Right.
And then I have to explain it to him again.
Yeah.
And then I have to explain it to him again, Cotter. And he's like, okay, I ain't doing it. I'm not doing this. I'm like, sir. I go, well, there is another option. We could also take your driver's license number. And this guy went from like a 4 to a 10. And he's like, why are you trying? Like, he's like, are you going to sell my information? Are you going to give it to the government? Is the government going to come out? Like, sir, we literally just give it to the IRS. So yeah, technically we are giving it to the government. We're giving it to the government. I'm like, is the government looking for you? Is this an issue? Like, he got big mad. And then when I explained it to him, I think for the 7th time, it finally clicked in his head. And he's like, oh yeah, let's give my driver's license number. Like, he went from like a 10 to a 1, and he got so angry for no reason. And I guess, when you get mad at something,
right,
the initial feeling, and then you emotionally block out everything, especially common sense, for the next 10 minutes. That's what happened to this guy. He was a good guy.
Right.
I want to think that, at least.
Right.
But he just couldn't comprehend the things I was saying to him.
So he was worried about you giving information to the government.
Mm-hmm.
Did he not realize the government gave him both his social security number and his driver's license number? Yeah. They have everything on you that they will ever need.
Not only that, he carries around a tracking device in his pocket. Everyone does. It's called a cell phone. Like he was a big time government conspiracy guy because he actually went in and told me a couple things like, yeah, the government, blah, 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 blah. I was like, all right, I don't care about that. Do you want this stuff that's sitting on the counter? It's yours. Just give me a couple numbers. Like, honestly, he could have just gave me any numbers. And I would have been like,
true.
Yeah, cool. That sounds good. But like, he was big mad about this. I mean, I'm talking total almost 20 minutes of my time that day. Like sitting down, having a one-on-one, holding his hand,
right,
petting his hair. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine. Just give me these numbers. Like it was ridiculous. And I think we had 3 or 4 people just kind of in the room.
It's like a train wreck.
Just watching because they want, just in case this guy like jumped me or something, they were gonna pull him off me. It was a ridiculous day at Dick Broadcasting that day.
Let's be honest, they were just gonna video it. They were gonna pull.
Yeah, they were just gonna beat my ass.
All right, what's the time that you've seen a customer at your place of work totally lose it? Call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. Sean hit us up. She said, once I worked at a local motorcycle shop, and the dude got so ticked about something with his motorcycle, he decided he was going to go get his shotgun.
What?
Off of his bike, because he's just riding around with the shotgun.
What is this, a video game character?
I guess he's playing, Vice City.
Days Gone?
This is not what you do in a motorcycle shop. Now, he was stopped before he even got to the door to even go grab the gun.
Was it a sawed-off shotgun? Like, where do you put a shotgun on a motorcycle?
I don't know. Maybe there's like a... I've seen Westerns.
What are you doing right now?
This is the saddle. It's like, the holster on the side like that.
Right. Okay.
That's, I'm sure it's a thing.
You've watched a movie. Yeah.
I have. Also got hit up by Jeremy, our buddy out of Splitfin. He said he once cut off a gentleman from beer. He and some other Midway residents just worried about their safety. And he literally screamed and threatened the life of Jeremy and his family.
Oh.
Jeremy's former military. Don't do that.
Yeah, I would. That's probably not that guy's best move.
No,
and he probably came in the next day. He's like, "Hey, man, things got out of hand last night. I made some mistakes. I like your beer.
Can I have another?
All right.
Get out."
All right, guys. Once again, our question of the day: what's a time that you've seen a customer at your place of work totally flip out and lose it, whether it be on you or someone else? I mean, there's got to be some ridiculous moments out there. Please feel free to share them with us by calling us up, 1-800-394-1061. Got a story here from Jeremy. He goes, I remember one day at my job, we had a truck driver get so mad over having to wait until we got back from lunch to get his paperwork that he jumped in his truck and went to pull out from the dock. But he forgot that his doors were still open. And when he punched the gas, he hit his doors on the container next to him and ripped them off the hinges. And then he got out cussing at us and blaming us for it.
You got me so mad. Look what you did.
That's what, lunch is lunch, guys. Like, no one wants to be interrupted during lunch. I mean, I shut my door, and I, in some cases, have locked my door. If I'm in there eating a sandwich, I do not want to be bothered, and I get it. When it comes lunchtime, it's sacred time. I could be doing anything. I could be watching videos on my phone, touching myself, whatever it is. Don't bother me. It's my special time.
Well, what's the time that you've seen a customer at your place of work totally flip out and lose it? Hit us up now, 800-394-1061. More of your stories next. Here's Aaron Jones and Supercharged. It's Rock 1061.
Ooh, Elaine the biker actually chimed in with the whole shotgun thing.
There's got to be a holster.
She goes, we have gun holsters on the bike, but I want a shotgun holder. Elaine, is there a shotgun holder? I'm guessing a shotgun is not.
I mean, it's got to be doable.
Well, yeah, it's doable, but it's not like they place your shotgun here. They're like, I don't know, 4 feet long.
I mean,
where are you going to put that on a bike?
I was doing the movement because I've seen Westerns, and on the horse, they've got the big holster, and they got the shotgun in it.
Yeah, well, they're like,
I get horses, but fine.
Yeah, but you're just going to ride the nose of the shotgun down. Elaine says, these stories are the reason I don't work with the general public. I don't look good in orange. Elaine says, I don't know if there is a shotgun holder. Interesting. I don't know either. Oh, good morning, Rhett.
That's a fair point, Rhett.
Too many to mention. My customers always flip out when I show up. Rhett, I feel like there's still a story there. Feel free to share. Once again, our question of the day, guys, is what's a time that you've seen a customer at your place of work completely lose it? Good morning, Sean. Thanks for joining us nice and early this morning.
Motorcycle shotgun holsters. There you go.
Is it real?
Yeah.
What the f?
There you go right there. Look at that. Okay, that doesn't count.
That's a Gatling gun.
There you go.
Someone put a Gatling gun on their motorcycle.
There's
That's
one right there.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's doable.
I never doubted that it was doable. Rudy, what's up, man? Thank you for dropping that story in. All right, break number 2. We're 1 minute away. How are we working it?
I'll start with mine. Let's see where we at here.
I'm going to jump into Phil's on this one because Phil's a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's fine.
I could do that one if you want to do.
I'm going to hold on to Lindsay's.
Yeah, wait for the third break.
break.
Yeah, it's ridiculously long. Yeah.
I could do a Julie's. Here. All right, guys, be right back. What's the time you've seen a customer at your place of work totally flip out and lose it? We want those stories. Hit us up. Call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. What's the time you've seen a customer lose it at your place of business? Marsha, I'm going to switch up my story because I just remembered this one. I didn't see this person lose it, but they left me a voicemail.
Oh.
So this was years and years and years ago. We didn't have anybody on nights at the time, so it was just all music.
Right.
But we had a system to where you could call the radio station 24/7, leave us a voicemail, and we had access to them. So a guy was incredibly upset that nobody was answering the phone and taking his request.
Here at Rock 106.1.
Here at Rock 106.1. I get it. I feel your pain. I wish we had somebody in the building 24/7. But he left the nastiest, loudest. I mean, just going on. He wanted some Slipknot, and he wanted some Slipknot bad.
Ooh.
There were F-bombs. I mean, I saved the call for years. I wish I still had it because I would play it back. It was just 30 seconds of utter anger. I mean, screaming off the top of his lungs.
That dude needs to get laid.
Here's the best part about it, though. Caller ID is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I got his number. So the next day, I call him.
You gave him a call back.
I gave him a call back.
Did he answer?
It went to voicemail.
Oh.
So I leave him a voicemail. Hey, man.
30 seconds full of F-bombs?
No.
Don't you ever call the radio station.
Nope. Call to Rock 106.1. You know what, Ben? I feel your pain because I was doing afternoons at the time before you got here. It's like, got your Slipknot coming up on the work release program today. So 2 minutes later, I get a call. I answer. And he's like, yeah. I didn't know you'd have my number. I'm really sorry.
Wow.
I was just in a bad mood, just hit, and this kind of was, what pushed me over the edge, and I called, and man, I'm so sorry. I mean, he was so apologetic.
Wow.
Played his Slipknot. Life was good.
Okay, good, because that guy sounded like he was going to kill you at first.
Dude, 30, F-bombs right and left.
Yeah.
Give that man some Slipknot. You know what?
He was threaten your family?
No, he did not threaten any family members. That was a plus. Gave him some Slipknot.
Right.
Eased it all up. We're all good.
Usually you play Slipknot and people lose their minds, but this guy, you didn't.
No.
And the exact opposite.
It calmed him down. Calmed him down.
All right. Well, once again, guys, our question of the day is, what time have you seen a customer lose it at your place of work? Phil chimed in on the stream today. Once again, we stream live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You can hang out with us for 4 straight hours every single morning. Just search the Cotter and Marsh Show on any one of those platforms. Phil said on the stream, he goes, so we had a patient come in to get some extractions, which is painful enough, right? He goes, when they took her vitals, they were way too high for my doctor to give her anesthesia. Anesthesia? Yeah, that's right. He said, pretty sure she was on drugs. She started screaming, saying she wasn't leaving and that we were going to take out her teeth. Which is a weird thing to scream anyway.
You will take out my teeth!
She said. He goes on to say she even started opening and messing with some of the tools that were in the room, like the scalpels and other sharps. He goes. She called one of our assistants in the room and then tried to close the door and trap her in there. And finally, our office manager told her to get out because she was calling the police. She eventually left and called our office saying she was going to sue us. Ridiculous. Oh my God. Could you imagine? I mean, how high was that person? And that wasn't marijuana high. That wasn't like the chill high. That was like.
Well, if they're getting teeth removed, probably meth.
Yeah, I was thinking meth.
I mean, it's got to be meth because they're losing their teeth anyway. They need to be yanked out of their head.
Yeah, 100%. But at what point have you ever been in a doctor's office where you're like, I'm going to grab that scalpel and nothing bad will happen? Every time I go in a doctor's office, I see anything sharp. I look down at it like it's sitting on the floor, even if it's 3 inches away from my face. I'm like, I ain't going to touch that.
All right, call, comment, and text. What's the time you saw a customer at your place of business totally lose it and flip out? Got a story from Lindsay about some people who got kicked out and then banned from an upscale restaurant on River Street. That's coming up next. And anything you got, hit us up. 800-394-1061. All right. And we will definitely go right in. To the solicit.
Okay. All right, guys. Once again, question of the day is, what's that one time that you had a customer freak out on you? Go ahead and share your stories. Mamacita, Sandy, thank you so much for dropping yours in.
I love when you get the text. Don't use my last name on this, but...
Did they give their full name?
I know their full name from previous texts. Yes.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, I've got Lindsay's. That's the only one for me for this break, I think. The rest of them are just okay. This one's good, though.
So I'm just reading over all of these. Bum, bum, bum. All right, so this last break.
Yes.
Start with your story. It's long. Get that hopped in, and then I don't know. I'm trying to decide whether I want to do Mark's story about Xboxes. Sandy's story is good about getting bricks and bottles thrown at her.
Jesus. Tickets again today, Fozzy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last pair.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do Sandy's here.
Okay.
And then, do you want to do a third one, or do you just want to do those two?
I don't feel that good about any of the rest of them. So
Yeah.
for mine, so I don't know if you have anything else on the stream, but
Yeah, I thought you were gonna go an extra story on that.
I was
last
going
one.
to, but I thought that it was a good ending there,
Okay.
and the story I had wasn't as good as that ending. So
Sean says, "Oh crap, we got top fives at Mount Rushmore today." No, actually, Mount Rushmore season's over with. Sean, we'll bring that back next year. We only do that for a couple months out of the year, or at that point, it just gets we just run out of ideas, and it's just ridiculous. But Mount Rushmore is over with. We do have some more bits coming that'll start here in the next 2-3-ish weeks. But today we have a special beer for breakfast at 8 o'clock, and then we have our very last episode of Explain the Bachelor with Lauren Wolverton. So we're doing that at 8 and 9. Well, we got a few minutes. We can actually share some of the stories that we're not going to get to. Rudy actually dropped in a couple. He said, long story short, after throwing some boxes completely randomly all over a stockroom because they didn't know where they went for 30 minutes, the worker went batshit and started throwing boxes outside the storeroom and attacking the cashier and quit, leaving me all alone.
Ew.
Rudy was the truck driver, I'm guessing there. He also said, he goes, or when I was working at Hustler Hollywood store back in Washington State, and the shopper lost his mind and held us up at gunpoint.
Holy crap.
That's a fun one. Sean chimed in. He goes, I'll just tell my story this way. I was working for FedEx during the riots in Minneapolis. You can figure out how crazy that whole week and a half went. Jesus. We can imagine.
Julie Gordon said working in banking, had one customer who regularly overdrew his business checking account. Every time he did so, he'd storm into the bank, head straight from my desk, and loudly bawl me out as if I had overdrawn his account. A few days later, like clockwork, he'd come back in and mumble an apology. Ryan Zeller, it's short, but I don't think we need too many details. I think we can just picture it in our head. At Waffle House, I had to break up a fight almost every night. I worked the third shift. We got a call.
Yeah, let's take the call.
Rock 161, who's this?
I got something I want to say.
Do it.
Hey, I think going to work sucks
Okay.
with a fucking passion.
Vic.
I'm serious, man. Oh, I hate going to work some days, dude. This morning my gout flared up. I can't hardly walk. I can't hardly see. And tomorrow's pull your monkey day.
That's
I
true.
don't know if that's going to work out or not either.
Oh, Vic, I'm so sorry.
So you're having the roughest of weeks, bro. I'm sorry. Are you? Hey. You gonna be okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Hey,
hang in there.
Vic. Hey.
Huh?
It's not your
What?
fault.
Oh, no, I know. It's just
not your
old
fault.
age, man.
Hey,
Old age.
it's not your fault.
Exactly.
Not your fault.
So what are y'all talking about today?
We're talking about people who customers who've lost it at your place of business, flipped out over a stupid reason.
That never happens at our shop.
Why not?
Nah, it don't happen, man. You do a good job every time.
Nailed
Yeah,
it.
I'm serious.
Nice. Good save.
All right, fellas.
All right,
Top
Vic.
of the morning to you.
All right, man. We'll see you later.
All right, brothers.
I don't know what it is with his cell phone always feeding back like that.
I think he's speaking on speakerphone. Like he
Okay.
just goes like this the entire time. Wow. Thoughts and prayers to Vic and his gout this morning.
Man, if he doesn't get to touch himself tomorrow,
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Got a case of the gout, and it's not his fault. It's not his fault. So
Watch
terrible.
Goodwill Hunting recently.
Yeah, a little bit. Elaine says, I did witness some obnoxious people go off on the staff in a Waffle House about 2 a.m. Well, that's just bound to happen. She said, my husband and our friends stood up to calm them down. I thought I was going to jail that night. Usually when you're in a Waffle House that late, you're almost guaranteed to see some crazy S go down.
100%. I was over at Ben's one day, just having a beer at the bar, and somebody was picking up food, and he went off on the waitress. And typically there's one, maybe two people working.
Mm-hmm.
There was one, just one. It wasn't busy. He went off on the waitress about something. I don't remember what it was, but he was following her behind the bar because she was trying to do other things, and he just didn't want her to wanted her focus. Follow her behind the bar, yelling at her, screaming. She did her best to try to calm the doom down.
Yeah.
I remember. I emailed Ben's afterwards. I was like, look, I don't know if some guy's going to call and complain about your wait staff. He was a douche, and it's just like, oh man, he just went off on her. I felt so bad.
You didn't stand up for her in the moment?
No, he was bigger than me.
Son of a bitch.
He was way bigger than me.
Sean says, I thought he said his jock flared up again. Pretty much same thing. Charles said, Vic, whenever you feel down, just remind yourself that at least you aren't a studio engineer. That's true. He's got that going for him. Vic just works at Rankin Transmission. It's amazing. One of our favorite spots. Elaine says, two big biker guys in leather calmed them down at the Waffle House. The servers were holding the cook back. It's always the cook, too. I always feel like it's whoever the customer is versus the cook at Waffle House.
Yeah.
Because the cook at Waffle House does not give a shit about your hash browns or your waffles or pancakes or crappy sandwich. Does not care. So one story I'm not going to get to as well was from Mark. He actually chimed in on the Facebook page. He said, Target, about 8 years during Christmas in the electronics section, a Karen flipped the F out on me because I didn't have any Xboxes. I was reported to corporate. 2 different on-duty managers proceeded to tell me how much of a worthless POS I was because I didn't have an Xbox on the 23rd of December. But hey, I'm the POS that waited to the last minute to buy one for their kid.
They actually came and you got yelled at for it?
I'm guessing he was probably like the electronics department supervisor.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, they just decided to freak out on him.
Might have been like,
It's just Target. Go fuck yourself. Rhett said, I had a guy call in and want to file a report for felony conspiracy to commit child cruelty. Is that a real thing? He goes, he wanted to file the report on 4 school board members because they conspired to vote for a mask. I told him we were not going to file that report, and he flipped out.
people are crazy.
Jesus.
All right, guys, be right back. Taking your calls, comments, and texts. What's the time that you've seen a customer at your place of work totally flip out and lose it? Lindsay, always an A+ for stories on the Facebook page. Hit us up with another epic one. I was working at an upscale restaurant on River Street that shall remain nameless. One evening, we had a group of college students for dinner, 15 to 20 kids, ranging from 18 to 24 years old. First, they got mad because we refused to serve wine to all the ones under 21.
What?
Then they got mad because we wouldn't serve them Fireball because we didn't have Fireball.
Yeah, Jesus juice and extra spicy Jesus juice.
Then they got mad when my manager said no to a flaming sidecar drink because flaming drinks are dangerous for sober people, let alone a huge group of drunk college students. But the final straw was when my manager cut the group off from the bar after one girl fell out of her seat, smacked her head on the floor, and then threatened to sue. Now, she said the funniest part was watching this tiny spray tan blonde, dumb as balls co-ed try to fist fight my manager, who was easily 1.5 feet taller.
Yeah. At that point, it's like, you know, he just palms her head and just pushes her back. It's like, man, please stop that. Please stop that.
Half the party storms out, leaving their friends to pick up the bill.
Oh,
Big
not
dick
cool.
move. Security guarded the door to keep the rest of them from bolting, so they made sure they got paid. She said it was the closest I ever got to calling 911 at work, and all of them were permanently banned afterwards.
Where was this at again? Did it say?
River Street. Restaurant will remain nameless. Upscale restaurant on River Street.
So is Vic's.
That would be my guess, right? It's Vic's,
There's
right?
Vic's and obviously Joe's Crab Shack, so it was one
Vic's.
of them. Good. Oh, man, Lindsay, we feel for you there. Once again, our question of the day, guys, is what's a time that you've seen a customer completely lose it at your place of work? On the Facebook page, I just love this one. Adam chimed in. He just said Target from 1997 to 2001.
I get that.
Every single day. Adam, we feel for you. All right. Now, on the stream, Sandy chimed in, a.k.a. Mamacita. She said, I was very new working as a mail lady, delivering mail when the disability checks were late coming in one time. And when I went to go deliver my mail without these checks in, I had some not so nice people in a neighborhood in Baltimore City throw bricks and bottles at me.
What?
Bricks and bottles for not having their disability checks in the mail. She's a mail lady delivering person, and she just got bricks and bottles because she didn't have their checks in the mail.
Mamacita's like the nicest person ever.
Yeah, and thankfully she's quick as a cat.
Yes.
I mean, she was dodging them left and right, left and right. She said shortly after that, I've decided to become an indoor mail clerk, and I do not blame you, Sandy.
That is a good call. All right, coming up next, are you smarter than a community college dropout? We got some great tickets up for grabs today, Marshall.
That's right. This coming Friday, Chris Jericho and his band
Yes.
Fozzy are coming into town. You can win tickets to go see him right now by giving us a call, 1-800-394-1061.
Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Call now to play. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Damon chimed in with a story here. Once again, if you guys want to play trivia, feel free to call us up, 1-800-394. Oh, there's a call right there. Damon chimed in with a story. We're going to get to that here in just a moment.
Rock 1061, who's this?
Oh my gosh, it's Melissa. I got it through.
Melissa!
All right, Melissa, we are going to play Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia. Who do you want to take on today? Do you want to take on Cotter or me, Marshall?
I'm not going to have a good. Let me flip. Okay, Marshall, you win.
I win.
Marshall, you win.
All right, so you're taking on me. All right, let's go.
All right, Melissa. 7 questions, 60 seconds. Your time's going to start as soon as I finish question number 1. If there's an answer to a question you don't know, feel free to pass. And if we have time at the end, we'll come back to it, okay?
All right.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. In horse racing, the Triple Crown is given to the horse that wins the Kentucky Derby, Preakness Stakes, and what other race?
Is that Pimplinko?
Incorrect. True or false?
Okay.
True or false? The working title of Nirvana's Nevermind album was Ted's Soapbox.
False.
That is correct. Who painted the Mona Lisa?
Leonardo da Vinci.
Correct. In the film Reservoir Dogs, who is the only one in the gang that is alive at the end of the movie?
Oh, shoot. Pass.
Name one of the 2 countries that share the longest land border on the planet.
One of the 2 countries. That's the one. Well, pass. I'll come back.
In the movie The Godfather, the head of what animal is placed in the bed of Jack Waltz?
Oh, a horse.
That is correct. What is the largest bone in the human body, femur or tibia?
Femur.
That is correct. And back to the top, Triple Crown, Kentucky Derby, Preakness. Oh, that one's what I got wrong. Film Reservoir Dogs. Who is the only one in the gang that is alive at the end of the movie?
Guys, I can't. I don't know.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. We'll get Marshall. All right, Melissa got 4 out of 7.
Oh, damn, Melissa's bringing it today.
I know. Strong showing. Melissa, hang tight. We'll be right back to you. Going to put Marshall to the test. 7 questions, 60 seconds. Your time will start as soon as I finish question 1. Are you ready?
I am ready.
In horse racing, the Triple Crown is given to the horse that wins the Kentucky Derby, Preakness Stakes, and what other race?
I guess it's called the Belmont.
That is correct. True or false? The working title of Nirvana's Nevermind album was Ted's Soapbox.
Oh, false?
Correct. Who painted the Mona Lisa?
Da Vinci.
Correct. In the film Reservoir Dogs, who is the only one in the gang that is alive at the end of the movie?
That pussy, Mr. Pink.
That is correct. Name one of the 2 countries that share the longest land border on the planet.
Russia?
Incorrect.
Oh.
In the movie The Godfather, the head of what animal is placed in the bed of Jack Waltz?
Oh, a horse.
That is correct. And finally, what is the largest bone in the human body, the femur or tibia?
What?
What is the largest bone in the human body?
The first one, femur.
Femur,
Yeah.
that is correct. What is that, 6 out of 7?
I think that's 6, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that is. All right, Melissa, Marshall got you today, 6-4, but doesn't matter. You're still scoring some tickets to Fozzy.
Yay.
All right, Melissa. So here's the deal. I'm going to give you a call probably later on this afternoon, get you all set up with those tickets. Cotter is writing down your number. Don't say it out loud. Other than that, one second. And we're good to go. We'll give you a call later on this afternoon. Thank you once again so much for calling in and playing trivia.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Melissa. Bye.
All right, Cotter, let's go over the correct answers for Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia.
In horse racing, the Triple Crown is given to the horse that wins the Kentucky Derby, Preakness, and Belmont Stakes. Nirvana's Nevermind, the working title was not Ted's Soapbox. I have no idea what it is. I made that up.
Oh, okay.
Who painted the Mona Lisa? Leonardo da Vinci. Reservoir Dogs. The only one alive at the end of the movie is Mr. Pink. Now, if you listen closely, there is audio as Mr. Pink leaves the building. He is confronted by the cops.
That's what it sounds like.
As soon as he gets out of the building. So technically, you don't know his fate. Maybe he died.
Yeah, maybe he lived.
Maybe he did.
And became a supervillain.
That's the correct answer. Name one of the two countries that share the longest land border, Canada and the United States.
Oh. I thought it was Russia and Mongolia or whatever.
In the movie The Godfather, the head the head of what animal is placed in the bed? That, of course, is a horse head. And yes, the largest bone in the body is the femur. We're back next week with Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout? Brand new time. Listen up. 7:30, your chance to play and win. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
And people love taking me on. I've gone 6 out of the last 8 days.
Way too much trivia.
It's been amazing. I haven't written any. All right, guys, we're going to take a short break from just the audio on the stream. We'll be back in about 2 or 3 minutes. All right, guys, we're back with audio on the stream. Thanks for hanging out while we were editing up that stuff that you heard live. One of the perks of watching the live stream, you got to hear me take on Melissa. I won today 6-4, but she still scored herself some tickets to go check out Fozzy this coming Friday night over at Victory North Savannah. So we have our guest coming in here in just a little bit, Hodge from Southern Barrel Brewing Company. He's also bringing in the head brewmaster of Southern Barrel. His name is, let's see, Stefan.
I don't know.
The brewmaster?
Steven?
It's one of those?
I'm going to have to play this real quick. Sorry. I missed. I didn't mark yours. Sorry. There we go.
Oh, sure. Okay. Sorry, Connor was still editing. He was editing on top of his editing. All right, guys. Let's see. Ooh, fun fact. While we were doing that, we got a new panel, a new little graphic for when the big guy Frank Solkowski joins us for the Big Guy Breakdown. Although he won't be joining us this week because we're off. He'll be joining us next Thursday on the show once we come back for the Big Guy Breakdown. So I got this guy. Ooh, fancy. So we'll have that for you. My headphones sound terrible. What did you do?
What do you mean?
What'd you do? There you go.
I don't know.
You touched something again.
Well, me. Sure.
All right. I'm going to take a short break. I'm going to get probably Hodge and those guys will be here momentarily, and I'm going to use the restroom while we have a second. So I'm going to pop the camera over to you.
That's fine. I'm still kind of editing, so sorry, guys. A couple more things here to do. I got to make sure it gets uploaded. One day, guys, we're going to have a producer who's going to do this, and I won't have to mess with it. It's going to be a glorious, glorious day. Life goals. Life goals. All right, just got to make sure it's going to populate. Pretty excited. We haven't had a beer for breakfast in like 3 weeks. I didn't think we were going to have one this week since I'm out the rest of the week, so I'm good to have one on a Wednesday. All right, that is in. That is gone. That is good. Damn, 11. All right, that's perfect, though. All right, guys. Good. Okay, I lied. I'm going to have to put together a best stuff. I'm going to have to put together a top 5. All right, there we go. I sent an official top 5. All right, where are we at, guys? Where are we at? We'll read that, Damon, when Marshall gets back. We'll definitely do that. Sorry. Kind of setting up trivia just takes a little bit of time. And then we've got guests coming in for a special Wednesday, 8 o'clock beer for breakfast. Good buddy Hodge. Haven't seen Hodge in a minute. Should probably set up like another chair. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. No, I appreciate it, Damon. No, it's all good. All good. Guys, you don't know. So I'm assuming most of us, and I'll ask the question: do you guys like have a happy place, just a place that you go, and no matter what's going on, you can just chill out, relax, and enjoy life? That is Austin, Texas for me. More specifically, it's going to sound weird. It is my aunt's kitchen table in Austin, Texas. Just hanging out with my family down there always makes me feel better. So I am so excited to be going. You guys have that kind of happy place? Because I don't think I've ever been to Austin and been upset and angry. Because I'm usually there on vacation and drinking lots of beer. Yeah, that's cool. All right, about 2 minutes left in trivia. And then we'll get into commercials. We'll get set up for beer for breakfast. My bike is a happy place. I get that, Elaine. If I knew how to ride a bike, I would probably consider that my happy place as well. And a beach. Same thing, man. Especially as I get older. As a kid, love going to the beach, boogie boarding, surfing, doing whatever, screwing around. Now, I don't need any of that. I need a blanket or a chair, cooler of beer, sit there, and I'll sleep. And I'm okay with that. All right. Sorry, guys. All right. Sounds like Hodge and Stephen, brewmaster of Southern Barrel, is here. Oktoberfest at Southern Barrel going down on Friday. If you haven't been to Southern Barrel yet, you should go. It's an awesome place. Unfortunately, I haven't been there in a while. Need to get back there. It will happen eventually. They've got their Oktoberfest. All right, so Oktoberfest going down this Saturday at Southern Barrel. Fun and games all day long. Costume contest, yodeling competition. That's awesome. Beer stein holding contest. And you can enjoy their delicious Oktoberfest beer, which we're going to sample and review today. So I'm always down to try a good Oktoberfest or Marzen. Okay. Oh, Elaine. Probably not be back to October 25th. Leaving Thursday. Hats off to you. That is stellar. I thought 5 days was awesome. That's awesome. Have fun. Enjoy. You deserve it. Southern Barrel's in Bluffton, Sean. Yeah, they got great beer. Food's good. So, I mean, it's a full-on, like, restaurant brewery. So, it's really, really good. Marshall's destroying the studio. Well, you're expecting too much. Don't worry, Jake won't be here. Sean, we'll get you a list. You got to go to Over Yonder when you get in. You got to go to Over Yonder. Their burger is delicious. They've got some veggie options, so my wife loves that place. Still haven't made it over there for live music yet, but they do live music on most Saturdays. Yeah, definitely check out Over Yonder. But yeah, we'll get you some places to check out. Melissa, it's all good. You got 4 out of 7. I mean, anytime you get 4, I mean, I think that's a solid showing, in my opinion. So there was Damon's story. Where was this? Oh, there it is. The more I more than saw this, I was the one who was the recipient of this. When I was working at a fast food restaurant that shall not be named in Athens, I was running the register and had a veteran ask if we gave military discounts. Before I could even answer, a woman behind him flipped out to the point the police had to be called, and she had to be physically removed from the building. Was she flipping out because he was asking for a discount?
Sounds like it. I feel like there's more to that story.
She was obviously not a proud supporter of our military.
No, I guess not. Sorry, I'm going to test. So our guests are here. Sorry, I was gone for a few minutes.
Oh, it's okay.
I needed to, use the bathroom and stuff. So I'm going to check out, make sure Cam 3 is good, although it looks like it's drunk, but that's kind of on par.
While you're checking that, I'm going to fire up our delay, guys. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. I hope. And not on the air. I mean, on the air, but not us. But yeah, Melissa, don't worry. Like I said, 4 out of 7, solid showing.
All right. So, yep, that beer for breakfast cam looks good. Just switching it back here real quick.
Oh, okay. Damon said, yes, she was. She flipped out because he even had to ask if we gave the discount. She's also banned from the particular instance of the restaurant. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I think it's fair. You got to ask. It's no big deal.
How much time do we have?
We've got 5-ish minutes.
Okay. Okay, so today we have Stefan and Hodge from Southern Barrel Brewing Company. Yeah, I didn't completely mislead you by... It's Jimmy. Jimmy.
No, it's just the pronunciation.
Yeah, Stefan.
Us.
All right, so we'll do beer for breakfast, special beer for breakfast on a Wednesday. Generally do these on a Friday, but we are out this week. But our good friend Hodge is doing an amazing event this coming Friday, Oktoberfest. He's at an Oktoberfest event.
I think it's Saturday.
Are you correcting me, or are you guessing?
No, it's according to their Facebook page, it's the 9th.
Well, I thought I read it as the 8th. Let me triple check there, too. Oh, you're right. It's Saturday. I don't know why I thought it was Friday. Maybe I read it. I think I was reading it as a stack with that guy who's playing music.
Okay. Because we just all want to start drinking on a Friday. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so top of the hour, got some Smashing Pumpkins in 1979. After that, into our special Wednesday, 8 o'clock hour, beer for breakfast.
Had to fit it in, man. I mean,
it's been weeks.
Yeah. Had to get it in here. All right, so I'm going to go grab the guys, and I just I got to grab an extra glass as well. So give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, Damon, no. Thank you, though. Yeah, when you got the stories, they're good, so... Old lady flipping out, or not even old lady. Lady flipping out. All right, thank you everybody for hanging out this morning. Can't not do beer for breakfast. It's true, Jeremy, and it sucks, man, because the last few Fridays, I know we sound like the laziest a-holes on the planet. We're not going to work on Friday. Last few Fridays we haven't been here, and then I'm not here this Friday, so happy to squeeze one in. We wanted to help out Hodge and Southern Barrel. But yeah, programming note, out tomorrow and Friday. Then we're also out Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Technically, I'm back Tuesday night, but my plane doesn't get in until like midnight. So no show on Wednesday that will be here to work. So we got a few days off. Sorry, guys, but thank you. We'll be back next Thursday after today's show. Let's see here, guys. Justin Bieber is now selling pre-rolled joints, the latest celebrity to hop on the cannabis craze. He's teaming up with a California pot company called Palms to launch a line of pre-rolled joints. They're called Peaches, pre-rolls by Palm, a nod to the song Peaches that includes the line, I get my peaches out in Georgia, I get my weed from California. Each purchase includes a decorative box and lighter, and profits are going to pot-related charities. So that's cool. One that advocates for criminal justice reform, and another wants to expand medicinal cannabis for veterans. What is up, Hodge?
What is going on, my friend?
How you been?
Awesome. How are you?
Fantastic.
Those sounded like all fake responses.
No. Nothing but sincere love for this man. I love you.
No, but he asked you how you been, and you said fantastic. I'm like, that's not true. Cotter's just been complaining for weeks now. I can't wait to go on vacation. I can't wait to get out of this
Ever since I heard
dump.
Hodge's voice down the hall, I went, my life is now fantastic.
Yeah, maybe
so,
it is.
legitly, I've been fantastic.
I'm your vacation.
That's true. I know, right?
And I'm just coming back from vacation last week. So.
Saw those pictures.
Oh, man.
All right, gentlemen, we're going to have to ask you squeeze a little bit closer
Yeah,
together.
you have to talk right into the mic.
And then once again, yeah, like pretty much, Step Brothers, remember that shot where they're like kind of by, hello, lady. Yeah, like that type of situation. You'll have to be that close.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
It's not the first time.
I sat in his lap the whole way.
Yeah, and just, when you talk to the mic, just like I'm talking, and the mic, get as close as this. And if you need to adjust it, feel free. Okay, perfect. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in. Oktoberfest, big event happening Saturday, starting at 11:30 a.m., all-day event. We'll get into it here in just a little bit once we get on the air.
We got 45 seconds.
Only that?
Only.
Okay.
Only.
All right, so we'll just talk about Oktoberfest first break, talk about the guys, and then second break, we'll go beer. In between that, we'll go live stream, we'll do a beer, and then we'll do a final beer because we love drinking beer.
Yes.
Did I say beer enough?
Yeah.
Beer.
Right.
Okay, beer.
All right, guys, be right back. Hi, Marshall. It seems like 3 years since we've done a beer for breakfast.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute. We like to take Fridays off, and we're taking this Friday off. So we figured, you know what? We got to get Hodge in here. It's been a minute. Mm-hmm. Let's have a special Wednesday beer for breakfast. Not only that, let's do it even earlier. Let's start drinking at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I think we all agree this was a great idea.
Yeah, nothing says you got a problem like starting drinking even earlier than you normally do. But it's for a good cause and a good reason because coming up this Saturday at Southern Barrel Brewing Company in Bluffton in the giant mega complex. I remember when there just used to be like a Kroger or whatever that grocery store right next to it was. What was that? Publix?
Yeah, it was just Publix.
Yeah, it was just Publix, and now there's like 87 things right there. Anyway, in Bluffton this weekend, Saturday, Oktoberfest makes its return to Southern Barrel Brewing Company. I'm excited, Hodge. I'm excited that you're here.
I'm pretty jazzed up about it. Every time. This is our 7th year doing it, so I'm just super excited. It's our throwdown.
So what's going down for Oktoberfest? Obviously, you got some beers, you got some contests, you got some cool stuff. Tell us about Oktoberfest, why people should come out.
Well, first of all, I mean, the beer's amazing in and of itself. Like, that's what we're all about. We're celebrating that beer for what we're doing. Plus, we like having everybody get together. I like live music all day.
And there's a yodeling contest.
Always.
So this isn't the first time.
No, not at all.
Okay, so how does one go about? Does this contest bring people who know what they're doing, or people who think they know what they're doing?
The latter.
So a bunch of amateurs come up and try to yodel. So it turns out Bluffton is not the home of the yodeler.
Not the yodeling capital of the Low Country?
Did not expect that. But it sounds like it's going to be a good time. So what time is the yodeling competition happening on Saturday? Do you know?
We'll have a few of those throughout the day, depending on...
It's a day-long event.
Yeah. As sobriety wanes,
Right.
they get better at it.
I was going to say, something tells me the participation level and the entertainment level seem to skyrocket as the day goes on.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. It's by sundown. It's pretty hilarious.
All right. So once again, in studio today is Hodge. What's your official title at Southern Barrel Brewing Company?
I'm our general manager for the tavern, but
Sick. Nice.
I guess I'm just a pretty face, essentially, is what it comes down to.
It's true. And then we have Stefan in here as well. You're the head brewmaster?
Well, I'm the brewmaster.
What's the difference between a head brewmaster and just a brewmaster?
Typically, the brewmaster is the last phone call before you start calling contractors.
Oh, okay.
When things break, I'm the guy that has to deal with it.
Okay, so when it comes to the new Oktoberfest beer, and make sure to talk directly to the mic.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the Oktoberfest beer. I mean, did you try to make like your standard, like when it comes to Oktoberfest, did you try to make a big bready beer, or did you do something special this year with the Oktoberfest that you're serving this coming Saturday?
Well, I've made like the Marzens or Mertzens before, especially when I was kind of working under another brewmaster. But I prefer the Fest beers. I think most people do too. It's a little bit lighter bodied, about the same ABV, but it seems like you can fit a little bit more beer inside the belly.
Yeah, I like that as well. I mean, I like a good all day drunk. That's why sometimes, with the pandemic, I learned how to love domestic beers. I went to my PBRs, I went to my Coors, and I found out, you know what? I do love you guys.
All right, so we've got the Oktoberfest beer to try today, correct?
We do.
What else did you bring for us to sample?
We also have our Southern Haze, which is an exclusive for Hilton Head and the Crab Group. It's
nice.
a mango-infused hazy.
Oh,
we also brought our fall seasonal, the coffee porter called Porter Royal, which is actually a collaboration between us and the Grind Coffee Roasters.
Oh, cool. This sounds delightful. So we got beer to drink, guys. We're going to get to that next. We've got Daughtry. Heavy is the crown. We got more with Hodge and Stefan coming up. It is Beer for Breakfast, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Okay. All right. Cool, guys. Well, thanks for once again joining us this morning. So Oktoberfest, you got the yodeling competition. You got a costume contest. What could be one for the costume contest, Hodge?
So most of our staff are dressed up in their dirndl and their lederhosen.
Yeah.
Dirndl? Is that what it's called?
I think so. That's
woman
for a woman.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
I
didn't know it had a name.
That beer winch carrying around.
Yeah.
That's
You could just say beer wench costume.
beer winch costume.
Yeah.
If you typed in beer winch costume into the internet, that's what comes up.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
That and some weird porn, but it's okay.
So, I mean, a lot of people get excited for Oktoberfest. They come dressed up, right? They're wearing
absolutely.
the suspenders and the lederhosen or whatever it is and the silly hats and stuff. Are you doing like a Stein hoisting competition or anything like that?
We'll be doing that too a couple times a day, one for the ladies and one for the guys.
Is there like a record that you guys are trying to break this year? Like, because sometimes like the girls have held it up for like 4 or 5 minutes and like guys can hold it up for, I don't know, double that time or whatever. Is there like a certain time we're trying to break?
It was like over 8 minutes for the women. And the women won 2 years in a row now.
Really? Held it up longer than the guys.
Oh, they just got stronger shoulders or something.
Those birthing shoulders.
Yeah.
What? Hips? I don't know.
I think they promote it in the CrossFit, and all the CrossFit ladies come out and hold that beer straight out.
So it's a good time to come hang at the brewery just for that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cameron Cross hopped on and said the Porter Royal is amazing.
Oh, I like to hear that. Well, we're going to try that here. I think we may do that as the stream beer. I think we'll do Oktoberfest. We'll do the Porter Royal as a stream exclusive beer review, and then we'll do the Hilton Head beer as our last beer review.
We got about 1:45 before we're back, so
I'm gonna go pop on the air conditioning real quick.
Yeah, that's fine.
Obviously,
it's hot.
4 human beings standing a foot and a half away from each other.
Yeah, it's like you would think these vents would work. They don't. So we got to leave the door open at all times. Geez. If not, it's just like we're sweating balls.
hot box of fun.
I know. Yeah, you guys, if you want to start pouring, you can. So we're ready to go.
And I love the little. It's our first year with the label.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah, we've never really sold that one as a packaged product before.
Okay.
Except for maybe the first year or two in the brewery, but that was not in distro.
Okay.
but it never had its own label for it.
I love how you guys have your own slang words where he's like distro. It's distribution.
Right? My scofflaw girl,
Widget?
Stephanie. Yep.
Yeah.
I guess she was in 2 weeks ago or something.
Yeah, she came in for, she filled in for Chicks on Dudes for Mac. Yeah, a week ago. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So she was all excited. She's like, I see your name in the studio. I'm like, well, I'm taller than everybody else. So
Yeah, you're just way up there.
Jeremy from Splitfin said, send them out the Splitfins this morning since they're halfway down.
There you go.
Perfect.
Head on down to Midway. It's just a short 45-minute ride from here.
All right, guys, be right back. It is Beer for Breakfast, joined in studio by Hodge and Stefan from Southern Barrel Brewing Company out of Bluffton. Coming up this Saturday, Oktoberfest. Everybody loves a good Oktoberfest, so we're going to try your Oktoberfest beer. I love the artwork on that can.
It's incredible.
Marshall's showing that on the stream now. So once again, tell us a little bit more about this beer before we give it the sample.
Okay, it's a little bit lighter body than what people normally associate with Oktoberfest because it is a fest beer, which is actually what they're actually serving in Munich. So a little easier drinking. The artwork he was just showing, that's new. I really like it. The name, I think we've kind of just fallen on is Fritz right now for the guy.
Okay, for the little guy, yeah.
So if you have a few, you're on the Fritz.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this guy. I mean, the can art's incredible. Once again, showing it off on the live stream. If you're chiming in today or watching us via Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, you could definitely check that out. Super cool. Now, this fest beer coming in at 5.8% alcohol. You said it is a little bit lighter body. So, I mean, this is like, it's a little bit higher than your typical domestic beer. Domestic beers come in at like 4.5 or 5. So this is a little bit higher.
Right.
You're going to have a little bit more fun if you come out to Southern Barrel Brewing Company. That's where you can actually try this beer. Currently, this coming Saturday. Now, is this beer available right now? Like, can people try it today?
Yeah, probably in Savannah for sure, in Hilton Head for sure. I know it's out, but the problem was we didn't realize how much we were going to sell, and we sold out.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
So this is actually in like package stores. So like people could go to Habersham right now. If there is any available, they could go to Habersham and purchase it today.
And they were selling out as soon as they had it.
Whoops.
Thankfully, we did an event at Moon River to promote it right before it went out to the distributor, and then we met one of the guys from Habersham. He said, "Yeah, I can't keep it in." He would get a few cases at a time, be gone within a few hours.
That's incredible. Well, I'm excited to try this once again. We're trying Southern Barrel Brewing Company's Oktoberfest beer. I want to say Feist beer.
It could be.
Is that German? Did I say that right? Did I just scream
German.
I just scream a German obscenity?
Possibly.
That's cool. The FCC doesn't understand German. All right. Once again, coming in at 5.8% alcohol. So we'll start the review. Once again, starting off with a big old sniff. It's bready, but it's not like I'm like stuck my nose in a big old loaf of bread. Like it's got a very light, nice bready smell to it.
Yeah, the maltiness is there, which is nice, which you expect out of a beer like this. But like you said, it's not beating you over the head with some bread. I'm liking the way this is. I like the start so far.
Yeah. Now holding it up to the light, what light we have actually here in the studio, and on the camera, you can tell it's kind of a lighter kind of goldeny kind of color. Are we catching that right? Like what? How am I explaining this,
I would
guys?
say something like a deep honey color.
Oh, there you go.
Deep honey.
I'm going to write that down. That's a new one. That's a new one.
Name of your sex
deep
tape.
Honey.
Deep honey. All right, guys. Well, with all that being said, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's going to get people in trouble. That is going to get people in trouble. It is. Why are you dancing over there?
So I have been on a big Marzen kick lately with all the breadiness and some Oktoberfest. I was literally just over at Habersham last week, and I did this big mixed six of stuff. Vince was just throwing different things in my six pack. I did not see any of this beer, so probably sold out then too. So I've just been looking for this style of beer, been hooked on this style of beer lately, and I like this beer.
I can tell. So, yeah, I mean, initial reaction for me is, once again, coming at 5.8% alcohol, so it's a little bit higher than your regular domestic. This Oktoberfest beer from Southern Barrel, it is very drinkable. Like, it's too crushable, and that's a problem, guys. And maybe that's why you guys are sold out all over the place. Once again, if you could find this beer, it's definitely worth picking up currently if you can find it with little Fritz on the can. So let's go right into the review, the score. So, Cotter, on the beer scale of supremacy, what would you give Southern Barrel Brewing Company's Oktoberfest?
All right, so you guys nailed it when you said it was on the lighter side of things, which I really, really like, because there's a lot of those Marzens that are so heavy and so bready. Like, after one, it's like I've gained 12,000 pounds. This beer is not that, but you nail the flavor of the maltiness. It is utterly delicious.
Wow.
I'm going 4.25.
Wow, Cotter's very excited about this. You see it in his eyes.
This beer is delicious.
Big time seeing his eyes.
So good. You can see it in my pants, too, if you want to look.
Nope. Please. Well, even if you stood up, we couldn't tell. Let's go ahead and continue around the table. Yes, we're going to ask you guys to review your own beer. Hodge, let's start with you. Or do like a collaborative stepbrothers score. How about that? Right? Stephen, Hodge, why don't you guys kind of team up and decide what would you give your very own Oktoberfest beer?
This is my favorite seasonal we do, 100% all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 all around. I mean, I know that,
Hey, do your own thing.
Yeah,
Give it
but
5s.
It's out of all the beers that we do, this is the one that most people look forward to. And yeah, the party comes with it, but truly, this is one of my favorites that we do, 100%.
It's not a reach around if you do it to yourself.
Well,
Well, all right, guys. Well, with Oktoberfest, yeah, I mean, this thing, you guys have hit it on the head once again. Big Oktoberfest party happening this coming Saturday at Southern Barrel Brewing Company. I'm going to give this one a flat 4. 4 out of 5. I think that's where it kind of lands on the scale when it comes to Oktoberfest. There are many out there, but none are quite the same, and this one definitely stands out from the pack.
Yeah, it's very, very good. All right, we got 2 more beers to review. We're going to do one next, but we're going to do that on the stream only. So if you're able to get on the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, watch the show now. You can check out the next review. It is Beer for Breakfast, special Wednesday edition. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
All right, morning, everyone. Morning for the people who've joined in. Let's see. Rhett says 5 out of 5. Rhett, have you tried this beer? Or are you just like magically tasting it through us? Yeah. Matt, good morning.
That is
good morning. Sean says, now I want to try. Damn it, I want to try this.
Dude, it's good.
I'm out on Saturday.
He lives in Minnesota.
He's in Minnesota.
Poor guy.
we have 50 cases set aside
Oh, just for
Oktoberfest?
just for Oktoberfest.
When do you expect to run out?
Probably 5 or 6.
Of the cases of beer themselves.
Get there early.
Yeah, people are going to want cases at a time to take with them. And
Yeah.
Yeah, the cool thing about Southern Barrel Brewing Company is you guys also have the restaurant, the food side of what you guys do, and the food is so ridiculously good. Who's the head chef there? I've met her 1,000 times and I forget her name 1,000.
Jessica Snyder.
Jessica's amazing. What she does there is incredible. And you guys started just a few weeks back, like your very own doggy menu, right? Like you
Absolutely,
did,
yeah.
And how's the doggy menu going?
It's going pretty well. We have a lot of people who come in and bring their dogs. I mean, on a regular Friday or Saturday, there's probably 20 dogs on the patio.
Right.
More than kids out there. And
finally,
right?
Chased all those kids away, brought the dogs in. Finally.
It's perfect.
Something I want to abduct, right?
Yeah. Well, the dogs are eating way more than the children, so that's fine by us too.
Right? All right. Well,
see you later, Dan.
Let's jump into a special stream only review. This is the Porter Royal. Great can art. Once again, who does your can art? You have like a guy that does this, or
Yeah.
He sits in a closet. We just tell him what we need. We just push beer under the door.
Yeah. We feed him sometimes.
Occasionally.
So this is the beer that you did. You did a little collab action with the Grind, the Roasters. That's a spot in Bluffton, right?
Yes, it is. And it's excellent coffee if you haven't had it. That's his double-A Nairi Kenyan roast. Oh, double-A Nairi Kenyan roast that we put in this.
Oh.
So it's actually cold infused into the brew when the brew's finished.
Oh, fancy.
I don't understand anything you just said, but that sounds delicious.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Once again, this is the Porter Royal coming in at 5.9% alcohol. This is available at the brewery. Is it available in stores? Can we find it out there?
Yes, it is in distro. It's you'll see it in the market. You'll see it on tap at places, but it's definitely at the brewery. And this will be a true breakfast beer with the coffee. And it's
I like it.
just about milligram, transfer over. So ounce for ounce is nearly what a cup of coffee would be.
Oh, thanks for breaking it down in milligrams. I mean, that's usually how we do our meth too. So that's the one thing we understood that you said this morning.
Perfect.
All right, let's go ahead and start the review. Big old sniff of this.
Coffee right up front. I really like it. It's not overly bitter, but the coffee's there. It's just a really pleasant aroma.
Yeah, good coffee aroma. Kind of a lighter feel to it. Like, I don't think this is going to be like a thick, sticky stout or anything. I mean, this is definitely on the lighter side. You can just tell by the way it kind of falls around in the glass. Now, holding it up to the camera, it's kind of I wouldn't say it's black. It's kind of got a darker brownish, coffee-ish color to it, right? Right, guys? Am I missing anything there?
No, that's right. I mean, it shouldn't be pitch black. I mean, there's levels of stout and porter and all this, but
yeah,
SRM-wise, this is, I believe it's in the high 30s right now. I can't remember, 37 maybe.
There it is. Yeah, no, I mean, it looks like spot on, like from pretty much the coffee that Cotter drinks, although he puts about 7 gallons of vanilla creamer in it.
Got to have it in there.
Pretty much he drinks creamer with a touch of coffee every morning.
Delicious.
All right, let's go ahead and take a big old drink. Cheers, guys.
I already finished mine.
I like it. It's got a good coffee flavor to it. I mean, the cold. I don't know if would you say it was cold infused or
yeah. So a finished product. We actually just aged the coffee, the ground up coffee, in a separate tank with. I'm
gonna get a ruler.
Yeah, sorry. Just
Just a rubber band.
Don't look at me. Don't worry. You're on camera. Just
all right.
Yeah,
I'll get it one day.
You'll be on the radio one day. All right. So, yeah, I mean, with all that being said, great flavor to it. Cotter, let's go ahead and start with you. On the beer scale of supremacy, what are we giving? A Strim exclusive only review for the Porter Royal. Once again, available everywhere and a Southern Barrel.
It was good. So it's like on the lighter side of things, which is, again, nice, kind of like the Marzen was, the Fest beer was. And it's the coffee comes in on the back end, not overly bitter. So it's a nice, smooth. It does just kind of like you're drinking a cold brewed coffee, and this just happens to be a beer, which makes it even better, which is awesome. So for this one, out of 5, I'm going to go 3.25. I definitely like it. It is a nice light on the lighter side of a breakfast beer.
Yeah, like I almost want to do like, you know how like the Cuban espressos you get in like the little thimble. I just want you to concentrate this and then give that to me.
It is 20%.
Yeah, and I want to drink in like little thimble size versions of this. But no, this is really, really good. But obviously, you don't want to hear my review yet. We want to hear your review, guys. So what do you give your very own Porter Royale with no cheese?
I mean, I think this is one we actually did a little bit of R&D on because it was supposed to taste like coffee. And
right,
Porter's that style. It's roasty. You're going to get some of those coffee notes anyways from the chocolate malt. So I think it's pretty close to what we wanted. I know that this is a great beer to play with as well. We've done barrel aged versions, and we will again for Christmas. So
like
that's always nice.
Yeah.
And down the road, I want to do a nitro version of it, and which, if for a person like you that's a creamer junkie, that might bring on the creaminess that you're looking for.
Right.
So for us, it's a great beer, and since we kind of have it on tap all the time, we get to toy around with it.
Oh, that's cool.
So on the beer scale of supremacy?
Oh, I give it a 6.
Off the five. Going straight to 6.
Going a little high. Damn, dude. Yeah, on the beer scale of supremacy, I'm going to go ahead and give this 3.5, man. I love coffee in general. I came home yesterday from work. It was like 4 o'clock. I just made a cup of coffee.
Right.
You're that guy now?
Yeah, I come home. I don't usually drink it in the morning. I usually do a sparkling ice water because it makes me feel somehow a little bit healthier. I don't know. Yeah. Probably not. But I went home and drank a cup of coffee yesterday. I love coffee in general. I'm going to go ahead and give this a 3.5. I really do enjoy this. Worth checking out when you go to Southern Barrel Brewing Company. And, of course, Saturday is a great day for the Oktoberfest event. You guys open up 11:30, right?
11:30. Usually on Oktoberfest Day, I have 30 or 40 people there at 11 o'clock.
They're in line, ready to go.
So I'm not allergic to opening the door early.
So do people do you have for this event specifically, now that you've done it a couple of years, I mean, do people literally line up the door? Like, do you have 10, 15, 20, 30 people kind of lined up as soon as the door opens?
Pretty much. Yeah. Like I said, 11 o'clock. 30 minutes before we open, people are out there already dressed up, ready to go. And so I just open the door whenever I can. When the lights are on and the beer's ready to go, come on in.
Got about a minute and a half.
All right, guys. So we're about 90 seconds out. Sean says, Marshall, do you need more Caribou pumpkin coffee? Speaking of pumpkin, guys, and Sean, yes. I love a good pumpkin coffee. Also, I'm a basic bitch. I love pumpkin everything, especially when it comes this time of year. Are you guys doing any pumpkin beer-ish type of product over the next few weeks?
Well,
yeah.
it's an unpumpkin. Like, there's no actual pumpkins harmed, but we do have a beer called Lowdown Brown. It's a imperial brown ale with pie spice. I wonder why.
Yep.
Yeah.
And in molasses. So it's definitely that type of beer, but there's no actual pumpkins.
This is the beer that you've done for years now, correct? Yep.
a couple years now, and we do variations on that with barrel age and things of that nature too.
Speaking of barrel aged, frozen barrel.
It's coming.
Is frozen barrel?
November 6th.
Frozen barrel.
More
Okay.
Whatever
importantly,
that Friday is.
Just make sure.
the 12 days of Christmas beers, are you going to be returning to form with that as well this year? Because
we are, but it's been a struggle this year. Like staffing wise, of course, everyone's got that same complaint, but also time. We've just been getting our butts kicked.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen. It's just going to be at the buzzer. We have a plan. It's in place, but it's going to takes time.
Awesome.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. It is a special Wednesday beer for breakfast. We've got Stefan, and we've also got Hodge from Southern Barrel. Oktoberfest is coming up on Saturday. Now, you were saying, people are so jacked about Oktoberfest. They're there before you get there. They're like pre-gaming in the parking lot, ready just for Hodge to open the door. They're like pounding on the door when you show up.
Right. It's like Shaun of the Dead. It's the zombies trying to get inside to drink some of this wonderful Oktoberfest beer. Once again, available at Habersham's if they have any, because this thing's been selling out. But party starts 11:30 a.m. this coming Saturday at Southern Barrel Brewing Company.
It's going to be so much fun. All right, so we've drank a couple beers so far, one on the air, one on the stream. We're going to do one more beer. So what do we got here for beer number 3? What are we drinking?
This is Southern Haze. It's a hazy IPA. We have mangoes that we add during fermentation. This one's made exclusively for the Crab Group on Hilton Head Island.
Okay.
And at our tap room as well, of course. But it's a little bit lighter than our mainstay that everyone knows us for, Damn Yankee.
Right.
So it's still a hazy, but it's a little bit lower ABV, a little bit less body, but the fruitiness really shines. And it really was a hit for us this last summer, and we anticipate doing it for years to come.
So this is coming in at 5.5% alcohol. So, and the Crab Group, is that like, what restaurants is that? Do we know off the top of our head?
Riley's, Crazy Crab, man, there's a few.
Enchiladas, Old
yeah.
Oyster Factory.
Yep. Gotcha. Okay.
There's, I think, 13 or 14 different restaurants that are all in there.
I'm dumb, so thank you. I would never know they were part of the Crab Group, but that's good to know. All right, so once again, trying Southern Barrel Brewing Company's Southern Haze. It's a New England India Pale Ale brewed with mangoes. We're going to go ahead and start the review.
I think we should
ready to
do it,
this.
man.
All right, let's take a big old sniff.
Oh, yeah. There's mangoes in this beer.
Ooh, this thing slaps you in the face with mangoes immediately. It's got a great nose to it, nice and fruity. Got the sweetness of the mangoes in there, nice and smooth.
You guys deliver on the haze. I mean, you deliver on the mango, deliver on the haze. Look at that. I mean, you can't see through any of that. It's awesome.
Yeah, I know. And once again, great radio. We're trying to show something off on radio. But if you're watching the live stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, if you're watching it right now, it's a beautiful golden yellow color, nice and hazy, can't see through it type of beer with some decent carbonation running through it. With all that being said, let's go ahead and take a big old drink.
Cheers, guys.
Now, with this IPA, the mango in the nose absolutely crushes it. But when you drink it, it's actually kind of light on your palate, at least for me. And now I've drinking, this is my third different beer in about 10 minutes. But the mango is actually really subtle on the palate, which I actually do enjoy. I don't want to feel like I'm drinking, pure fruit juice when I'm drinking a beer, because I'm a man. And that's I like beer. So that's kind of what I'm getting from that.
No, I agree. I mean, you get a little bit of the mango up front, which is nice. It's not overpowering. Mango can kind of be a weird thing to me. And then you get the bitterness of that IPA on the back end. It's really, really nice. It's a nice finish.
All right, guys, we missing anything with the IPA here that we didn't mention?
No, the hops, Styrian Wolf is the primary dry hop. We do also put a little bit of Citra in there, so you're going to get the citrus, but you're going to get some unique, like kind of a Czech blend of spices in there with it. So it's
I don't
just
understand a
the
word you just
spicy-
said, Stefan, but I'm pretty sure that sounds really good.
That's why
it's
he's
all right.
the
Yeah.
brewmaster.
Right.
All right, Cotter, on the beer scale of supremacy, what would you give Southern Barrel Brewing Company's Southern Haze?
I'm going to go 3.5 on this. This is really nice. I really like the finish. After the several other drinks, the finish of it really stands out to me. I like that. I mean, the mango's nice because it's not overpowering, but the bitter, the hoppy finish is really, really solid on this beer.
So what do you give it?
3.5.
3.5. Perfect. All right, Hodge, Stefan, what do we think of your very own beer? I know it's difficult. I think the last
Well,
beer,
it really is.
last beer you gave 6 out of 5, which is kind of beyond the scale.
It goes
but
to 11. I don't understand.
what do these knobs do? All right, so on the beer scale of supremacy, what would you give Southern Haze from Southern Barrel?
I love the Southern Haze. It's been a really good addition, and people are really digging it. Get a lot of people who are upset when we don't have it in cans. But it's coming and going, and people are getting onto it. I'm a solid 4.5. I love IPAs, and the mango is not one of my favorite fruited drinks. But it is light, and I dig it.
Why are mangoes so difficult to like skin and then also get the mango meat out of? Like, was it difficult when you did the brewing process? Did you actually use real mangoes, or did you just use the juice?
It's real mangoes, but we actually buy them from someone that does the label.
Ah, there you go. Smart.
Yeah,
So it's a puree when we get it, and it makes it substantially easier.
yes, no, I totally get that. It takes me I had to Google how to like get the mango meat out of a mango. That's another story for another time. All right, so on the beer scale of supremacy for me, I love mangoes. I love hazy IPAs. This one's coming at 3.85 for me. I love this beer. Once again, exclusive to the Crab Group in Hilton Head, but obviously available at Southern Barrel.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hodge, always good to see you. Nice to meet you, sir.
Yep.
Oktoberfest on Saturday. Get there early. There's a line.
Wear your Lederhosen.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Where your
Win free
winch.
beers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
free beers all day long.
Yeah.
We do have a couple of contests we're going to give away. What breaks down to a year supply of beer for one lucky person. So
This is-
essentially,
How are we just learning about this now?
right? I'm
Save it till the end.
peppering it in right here.
Well,
So-
here's the thing. To win it, every day you have to come by the brewery, and Hodge just throws one beer at you. You have to catch.
Yes.
And if you catch it, you can drink it. If you don't, then you don't get it. So
we do that. The next round is throwing tater tots.
substantially easier, obviously.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
All right, so Oktoberfest, it goes down on Saturday at Southern Barrel in Bluffton. Get more details on their Facebook page. Guys, thank you for stopping by. Coming up, we're going to talk some comic book movies, some couple information coming out about Batman and a Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. It's Green Day. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Let's see. A couple comments here. Ryan says a pumpkin coffee beer sounds good. So just a heads up for next year. I doubt I could probably pull that off right now. I also got a question for you, Hodge. Are you going to be at the brewery on Saturday?
I think
Rhett
the
says
answer is yes.
him and his wife are going to be stopping by if you are.
Who's that? Who is?
Rhett. He's our
Rhett
dude
Renaud.
who, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'll be there all day. First one in, last one out.
Sean says, I think I'm definitely going to have to make the trip out to the brewery when I'm in town. Porters are yummy. Hazy IPAs are also yummy. Damn.
Yes.
Says Sean. Well, guys, thank you so much for stopping in. Hodge, I know you've signed the wall. I think there it is. Stefan, you need to now sign the wall. Hodge is 7 feet tall, so don't feel like you need to sign by him because it's impossible.
I haven't tried to do it. Cotter, I love creamer in my coffee too.
Right.
So this might be,
I've thought about it.
Yeah.
Throwing some creamer in a beer.
I'm not saying no.
I haven't done it, but I have thought about it.
Creamer in a beer?
Yes. Just a touch.
Yeah.
Because in a beer like that,
Consider lactose, but we also have the frozen barrel with lactose.
Right.
We said, well, we don't want to dance on that one. So
I get that.
Yeah, I like.
that's why we might do a nitro down the road for today.
Dude, I think the nitro on that would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and even like if there's a way to add like a pumpkin flavor to something like a Porter Royal. Once again, I'm not a beer guy. I don't understand how beer's made. I'm just really good at drinking it.
We have a guy that does stuff like that. His name's Thomas.
Yeah.
He already blends the beers, and this is one he did last year. Because we did the prototype of this beer last season.
Okay.
No distro or anything, just tap room, and he's the blender. That's what he does.
The blender.
Yeah, he really is.
He sounds like he's a part-time drug dealer.
yeah,
right?
might
He's
be,
like-
man.
He's like, if you blend the indica with the Mountain Kush and you put it, you roll it in this joint and then you put in the air bubbler, whatever. He's like, oh, dude, it gets you so much higher.
That sounds about right.
I
Nailed it.
See Thomas doing this.
Yeah. I curse his name every time I pour a blended beer.
Yeah.
He's not even in the building. I'm just like, screw you, Tom.
Rhett says, Hodge, you know us. Once you see us, we live down the street from your old house in Southern Oaks. All right.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Rhett works for, he works in Beaufort for the police outfit there. You know, the one that shakes everyone down.
Yeah.
It probably happened to you. Yeah.
No, I always have a cold beer that I can hand out. But like, oh, here, please.
You like me. All right, boys. Well, it was great seeing you. We got to jam into these stories, and then we have more people stopping by to see us.
We got
today.
about a minute and a half.
Thank you for once again swinging in. Before you leave, let me see if we can grab a quick picture together.
All right.
I will say yes.
Well, I mean, those are yours too.
I'll
There's
say yes
a
to that,
Yankee
too.
and Beach Bully down there too.
Into it.
You said you're going to Florida. Take some beer with you. Give it to friends.
How's it going? Good to see you. I'm good.
Come over here.
We're doing the wall? We got a minute.
All right, well, hurry up.
I'll do it quick. Okay, this is not your first rodeo. Look at me. 1, 2, and 3. Nailed it. You're welcome. Bye, guys.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, gents.
Now I've done it, man. I told my kids I was going to be on that show.
Oh, too bad they're in school.
Well,
They'll have to come back.
Well, there's video. Yeah, they can watch the video later on. All right, boys. Great seeing you.
What size?
Large.
XL. That's beautiful. I want that.
Yes.
I need that in my life.
Yes.
I need
Yes,
that.
you do.
Yeah, I'll hold you one.
All right, thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, dude. All right, guys. Whew. Busy morning this morning. Great to see Stefan. Nice to meet him. And then obviously have Hodge. I love that man with all my soul.
We'll be right back, guys. Got a couple comic book movie things to talk about. First, Ben Affleck is returning to the role as Batman for the upcoming DC movie, The Flash. And it's good to know that us as viewers, Marshall, weren't the only ones that suffered through Josh Whedon's Justice League. The actors suffered through as well.
Yeah, he pretty much said that he did not really like his time when he was filming the last Justice League film. He said it was actually a really nice way to revisit Batman, as to the prior experience was fairly difficult. I was very PC of him to say. He said it was actually really lovely and really fun to do this new Flash film, which is coming out on November 4th of next year.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. Now, they first announced this back in 2014.
Forever ago.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
So it not only involves Ben Affleck as Batman, but we're also getting Michael Keaton coming back to play an older version of the Caped Crusader from an alternate universe. So I don't know, man. This is fingers crossed. DC gets a movie right.
I think when we see the first trailer of this new Flash film, people are going to freak out a little bit because of Michael Keaton coming back as the Batman from the Tim Burton films. If that's the correct version of him, whatever, it doesn't matter. I think people will be very excited to see it.
Because Michael Keaton, he's my Batman.
Yeah, he is your Batman.
He's my Batman.
Like Christian Bale is my Batman.
Sure.
Michael Keaton's yours.
Yes, so I'm excited to see him come back. And I love the fact that they had to explain to him multiple times what this alternate universe actually meant, because he's like, I don't get it. He read the script like 3 times. I'm like, how's this work?
Yeah,
how am I coming back?
He's like, the money? Yeah, I'm here for the money. He's like, I don't care what it actually means. Just tell me my lines.
All right, we're going to move over to the MCU next, because we're getting a Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. We got details coming up. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
All right, gang. We're back on the live stream. Thanks for once again sticking around with us this morning. All sorts of different stuff happening on this Wednesday. Fit in a beer for breakfast that we don't usually get in. Usually it's on a Friday, but our friend Hodge, when he has an event, he needs a beer for breakfast, we are willing to do a beer for breakfast. Yeah, and it was very nice meeting Stefan. He's the brewmaster over at Southern Barrel. They're great events happening this coming Saturday starting at 11:30.
Yeah, it's like I didn't realize so much stuff was happening on the weekend. I'm, out of town.
Well, it's like once a month there's a bunch of stuff, and then there's nothing. You just happen to choose that one weekend.
I chose because we were gone last weekend or last Saturday for Hamilton. There were a bunch of breweries having an Oktoberfest last Saturday.
Two Tides, I think, was last Saturday.
Yeah, there were I think Service and Southbound did.
Oh, okay.
Because then this coming weekend, all the other breweries having Oktoberfest, Service having their anniversary party, out of town for all of it.
Yeah, last weekend, being in Chicago, obviously missed that stuff. And this weekend, I'm taking a quick trip to St. Augustine to go check out Shinedown. They're playing tomorrow night in Augusta on the South Carolina side. So there's definitely an opportunity for you guys to go check out Shinedown if you're willing to drive, like 3-ish hours. Yes, and thank you, Stacy, for taking those pictures for us real quick.
Yeah. Hop in, hop out. Sean, you definitely need to, going back to the whole I need to go there. When you're in town, if you got time, you should go over to Southern Barrel. It's good.
The food is so good.
The food's good.
Yeah, the beer is also very good, but the food is really great. Jessica, the girl he brought up, who does their culinary stuff, she is a mad scientist when it comes to that stuff.
And while you're over there, I'd hit up River Dog if you can. I think River Dog is like a hidden gem over there, man. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, but the brewery there is really good. There is Side Hustle Brewing. I've only had one beer from there, but it's really, really good. Super tiny spot. I think that's worth checking out. There's a couple new breweries over there that I haven't been to yet. So yeah, you can kill some time over there and not just hit up the one.
Sean says that I think I'll be using my mom's car. Rental cars are outrageous.
Yeah. No, drunk drive your mom's car. It's fine. Does Stacy have 3-day work weeks like y'all? Stacy has like 3-hour work weeks.
Oh.
Did you hear that? No, okay. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, guys. Once again, going to get into one more quick story from the comic book universe. Obviously, talked about Batman a few moments ago, how Ben Affleck said it was just nice to work on a nice film set as opposed to the Justice League. And then we got one more story about Guardians of the Galaxy. They have a new film that's coming out. I think it's 2023.
Yeah.
And then there's a holiday special they're going to put out, like a 1-hour holiday special that they're going to film just before they start filming the film. That makes sense. That's going to be released on Disney Plus next year.
All right, I'll be right back, guys.
Cotter has to break the seal early, apparently. All right. So we got a loaded show today. Tonight, let's see. What is tonight? Tonight's Wednesday. Ooh, The Challenge is on tonight. My wife loves that show. We'll be watching that for sure. And then, of course, I don't know if we got into it, guys, but if you have a moment, drop in your top 5 for the week. We just got an email from our boss, A-Dub, a few minutes ago saying, hey, guys, we're not having the meeting. Drop in your top 5 of the week via email. So this is another email week for us. I have not put together my list, but Cotter has. He's actually already emailed. So I'm going to share Cotter's list with everyone. Let's see what he's got. Cotter's list. Number 1, best ofs for the next week. Obviously, Cotter is out on vacation. Number 2, he's going to line up interviews for some Pantera, our new radio station, La Pantera 96.1. Check it out. Number 3, he's going to be setting up some training for a system called Harmony. He's going to be working on some Jaguar stuff. We run the Jacksonville Jaguars football team games and coaches show on the station, so he's working on that. And then number 5, he's going on vacation. So that's his 5th thing he'll be working on. Ooh, Ryan's got his top 5 in already. Let's get to it. Number 1, yard work. Love it. Number 2, take kids to a movie. Actually, going back to number 1, it's going to rain apparently for like the next 12 days in a row, so good luck with that. Number 2, take kids to a movie. Which movie are you taking them to? Number 3, video games. I love it. What are you playing? Number 4, more Halloween decorating. And number 5, Fozzy. Hell yeah, dude. That sounds like a day. And I screwed up your name last time. Shane Nicole Bray. Boo. Said, damn, would love to see Shinedown. Bought tickets to see them last year, and it got postponed until September, then got canceled. I didn't get to see them. I was so heartbroken and sad. How about this? If you want to go see them in Augusta on Thursday, I do have an extra pair of tickets. Shane, I know, I screwed that up. Sorry. I do have an extra pair of tickets for the Augusta show, which is Thursday night. And I know, it's in Augusta. As Charles would say, disgusta. If you happen to have the time and are able to stop by the radio station, I'll give you a pair of tickets. I know, I'm like Santa Claus.
What are you doing today, man?
I got extra tickets. What am I going to do? Sit on them?
Maybe.
Throw them in the garbage?
Maybe.
Say, screw all you mother effers. You can't go to the show? Shane, if you want, I have an extra pair of tickets for the Augusta show, which is tomorrow night. If you want to go, let me know. Ryan says, bummer, guest number 1, Addams Family movie. Ugh, that's terrible. I've heard it's terrible, sorry. And you're playing some Halo. Is the new Halo out? No, it's coming out in November. Top 5 for Jeremy. He said, we are doing interviews for beer baristas. He's got to make beer. He's got to transfer the pear beer.
Yeah.
And keg up the Marzen. Plans to do an Oktoberfest late in the month while no one else is. Nice.
All right, Jeremy. I'm hoping I will be in town for that because obviously I'm missing everybody else's Oktoberfest.
Sherry Miller goes, extra tickets for Fozzy? That's the one show I don't have any more tickets for. I actually gave out our last pair with trivia earlier today.
Sorry, Sherry.
We still love you. Tickets are still available. VictoryNorthSavannah.com. Support your local venue. Rhett says, number 1, finish work week. Number 2, a trip to Lowe's. Number 3, Saturday's stop at Southern Barrel. Love it. Number 4, watch college football. Number 5, watch the Falcons lose. So over the weekend, the big guy was at a Georgia Southern game, and then he fell down in front of a cannon. Not only did he become a TikTok sensation, he got hundreds of thousands of views of him falling down in front of that cannon.
Are you serious?
He actually appeared on SportsCenter.
No!
Mhm.
That's awesome. I missed that.
Yeah. Do you follow the big guy?
I do. I don't.
How did you miss all that shit? And even on Instagram, he put up a picture of himself. He goes, all you little people, I'm out of here. He's big time now.
He made it. So have you seen the SportsCenter part or?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a SportsCenter clip of him falling down. It's ridiculous and stupid, but nothing really to talk about there other than it happened.
That's awesome.
Going over some more top 5s before
we got about 10 seconds.
Oh, we'll do that after the break.
We'll be right back, guys. New stuff from Rise Against, man. I like that. It's talking to ourselves. Rock 1061. We're talking.
That's what we do, actually. We just talk to ourselves.
Every single day. Right now, talking Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, it's a ways off, but December of 2022, we're getting the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special on Disney+. Now, director James Gunn was a big fan of the Star Wars holiday special. It's like the mythical Star Wars holiday special.
Right.
It was released on TV in 1978, aired once. George Lucas put the kibosh on it after that. Can you find it in Disney Plus?
You can actually, I believe you can find the Star Wars holiday special on like YouTube. I think there's either clips or the full version. If you search hard enough, you're able to find it.
All right. So this actually came out prior to The Empire Strikes Back in 1978. And it was the introduction of one of the most iconic Star Wars characters ever, Boba Fett. This is where we first met Boba Fett.
Was it really?
Yeah. So
okay.
You first met him in this. So somebody asked James Gunn on Twitter, well, if this is like the Star Wars holiday special, are we going to get introduced to a new character in the Marvel MCU? And Gunn responded, in my incredibly subjective and admittedly often odd opinion, we'll be introducing one of the greatest MCU characters of all time.
This is going to be like the DC's Polka Dot Man or something silly like that. It's going to be one of those most random characters, like Squirrel Girl or something ridiculous is going to show up on this Guardians of the Galaxy special. Once again, this is going to come out on Disney Plus, holiday of next year. Then Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is going to come out in May of 2023. So we're almost 2 full years still away from that. It's going to be something ridiculous. Honestly, Everyone remember this. Squirrel Girl.
Okay.
I'm putting my money on it. Squirrel Girl is the character.
I mean, because is there any? I mean, what's the biggest named Marvel character outside of the X-Men? I get that.
I was going to say Wolverine.
Yeah, I mean, outside of the X-Men, is there a big name Marvel character we haven't gotten in the MCU yet?
And not off the top of my head that I can think of. Obviously, they've started all of those
They hit the
characters
high points.
because they love the money. But yeah, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I think it's going to be one of those random, weird, in the background characters.
Yeah. No, I get that. All right, James Gunn's next thing is actually he's doing the whole Peacemaker series. That's coming out to HBO Max. That's set to debut sometime in January. So that dude is very, very busy. Coming up after 9 o'clock, Lauren Wolverton from Connect Savannah. She's going to join us in studio for our final episode of Explain the Bachelor. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Shane, please DM the Cotter and Marsh Show page, and I'll get you details on those tickets.
All right.
You all right there?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry because of buttons, or sorry because you're doing something else?
Because of buttons. Okay, gonna get this real quick. Rock 1061, who's this?
Hey, buddy, it's Liquid. How you doing?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Good. Sorry, I was driving. I was just listening to the show, and I agree with Marshall. Squirrel Girl could be MCU, but he's leaving out the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I think that's too on the nose, though, right? I mean, like, for a random holiday special, they're just going to, like, throw in Mr. Fantastic or something. Like, I'm thinking, like, it's James Gunn. He's the polka dot man guy at this point. Like, Squirrel Girl seems like the obvious choice.
I mean, I kind of agree, but when they did that kind of we're getting back to the movie thing trailer for Marvel, and they showed all the previews coming up, and they went through everything, and they had Stan Lee talking over the narration from the beginning.
Yeah.
At the very end, they showed the Fantastic Four logo.
Yeah, I mean, they're on the way.
I like this.
Right.
Go
So
big.
You know what I mean? Like, it's possible. I don't know. I just think I agree with you. Squirrel Girl is very obscure, but she hasn't been mentioned in anything. So to throw her out, I think it's going to confuse 90% of the MCU that don't follow comic books.
I could just imagine like the Guardians of the Galaxy going to some random planet, and it's just like a squirrel paradise. And it's just like, oh, there's Squirrel Girl, and they're like, here's a Santa hat, here's a present.
I'm totally down to see Rocket and Squirrel Girl get it on. I mean,
That's some weird fetish porn that you're into. All right, you freak. All right, you freak. All right, brother.
All right, guys, gotta go to work. Have a good one.
All right, thanks, man. See ya.
Everyone's into Squirrel Girl, man.
Yeah.
Told you. All right, we got some more top 5 stuff to get to. Yeah, Shane, hit me up. Direct message me on the Cotter and Marsh Show page. They're physical tickets, so I'm going to have you swing by the radio station, most likely to pick those up. I can't mail them to you and get them to you in enough time. Just a heads up there. So we'll figure that out. Sherry said, speaking of Fozzy, saw Fozzy and Texas Hippie Coalition. Both were super.
Oh, damn.
Love you guys, too. All right, top 5 for Sean. Number 1, get camper ready for the weekend. Going camping again? Damn it. Number 2, go to Duluth, Minnesota for the weekend. Ugh. Number 3, what's in Duluth? Anything? You know, what's Duluth, the home of
Duluth
tears. Number 3, drink beer and eat good food. Number 4, drive home and park the camper. Number 5, drink some more beer and probably smoke a little something. There you go. Oh, Mac dropped in her top 5. Wait, Mac, you're working today. Just come to work. She says, cut show, production, get ahead for tomorrow, go home as soon as possible and nap. All right. We all got our priorities. Good to see you got yours. Mac also says, at Midnight Mass, Marshall said I fell asleep and it was clear because I was tired. It's so good. Yeah, I keep hearing about that Midnight Mass. If you haven't, watch Squid Game. Just finished up last night. It's incredible. Juana's got a top 5 for us, Cotter.
Okay.
Number 1, stop running red lights. Done this twice so far this week. Have you gotten tickets? What's going on with you? Number 2, nap. Well, is it a nap day because it's rainy? I think that's probably the reason. You going to sleep on the plane? Speaking of, you're flying out.
I'm the middle seat. I hate sleeping when I'm in the middle seat.
Yeah.
I mean, even the aisle seat, I can kind of lean over, not worried about like waking up on somebody's shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I want to because I'm going to be really effing tired.
Yeah.
But I hate that.
Let's see. She also says laundry. She's going to clean and pack up some more stuff for storage. Brett says it could be Dr. Doom.
I like that.
That would be interesting. Oh, Dr. Doom is pretty iconic.
Is he?
I feel like his reveal is worthy more of a Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
Is he who's he the main villain of?
The Fantastic Four.
Is it okay?
Mm-hmm.
Have we seen him at all in any of the Fantastic Four movies?
Yeah, he's a villain in every,
Was he okay?
every fucking one.
I haven't seen him, so I don't know.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
First of all, don't watch them, and then continue watching the Phantasm series. I told my wife you were watching that, and I think she almost became proud of you for the first time in her life.
That's fair.
She was very, very excited that you were finally watching the Phantasm series. But yeah, he's like the villain in every damn one. Sean says the aerial lift bridge and Laker ships. Okay. Wanda says, I don't know what the hell is wrong with me this week. No tickets, but almost been hit. Okay, yeah, maybe stop running red lights. I will say I kind of ran a couple reddish lights this morning coming to work. I was a few minutes. I was going
to give you until quarter till. A quarter till is my cutoff. If you're not here by quarter till, I'm texting you.
I think I showed up at like 5:35 this morning, which is later for me.
Yeah, it was later. So that's like I said. I looked at the time. He wasn't here yet. I'm like, quarter till.
Yeah. Usually I'm good for arrival here 5:20-ish.
Yeah, it's usually 5:20, 5:25.
Yeah. I meant to grab my other drink, but you know what? Drink a little bit bigger. Why not?
Yeah, this can. They've got to have somebody different doing their artwork at Southern Barrel, right? Because I mean, that's nothing like what they've had before. Mm-hmm. That's nothing like what they had before. Yeah, I probably did.
Mm-hmm. Get your buttons right.
Sorry.
Sean says, I'll send you videos and pictures of the boats and stuff from Duluth. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, fancy. That's what's in Duluth. The aerial lift bridge and Laker ships. Usually anything that says Laker, I'm not for.
Yeah. Got about 6 minutes.
I'm going to go ahead and grab Lauren. She just texted me. She's inside.
Sounds good. What's up?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fabulous.
Excellent.
Bachelor of Paradise.
Best mood ever.
Yes.
Okay. Flip that over. So we had the guys from Southern Barrel in just before you today, and they're big dudes.
Yeah.
And it's funny.
It seems that way.
I was just looking at the camera, and the mic is like directly in front of your face.
Like in front of my eyes.
Let's fix that real quick. Hodge is a very large man, you know.
Thank you.
Let's move that. Perfect. Yeah, I even had to raise the camera here a little bit, so we'll fit you in the frame a little better.
Yeah. I'm awesome.
You're so dainty.
You know me.
What are you drinking? What's that?
This is, so my usual order whenever it's hot but fall is what is it called? The pumpkin cold brew.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever it is. Pumpkin cream cold brew. There we go.
That's it.
They were out of cold brew today, so this is just a regular old iced coffee with a little pumpkin in it.
Nice.
Yep.
So I actually had a pumpkin cold brew from Dunkin' this past week.
Ooh.
It's my first cold brew pumpkin. I don't know if I loved it.
It's kind of weird, especially if you're used to like regular pumpkin spice lattes.
Yeah, you know,
different vibes.
I'm a PSL gal, so
you seem that way.
Yeah, you know me. So this is our last episode of Explain the Bachelor, which is sad.
I know.
But I texted you last night, and we just do this on the stream. I don't care. So obviously you have the podcast. What's the name again?
What are we doing?
I knew it.
You knew it.
I knew it this time. So what are we doing? So we were thinking maybe on Fridays you would be interested in coming in and doing a pretty much a condensed version with us of what are we doing.
I would love it.
So you can come in on Fridays, tell us what's happening this weekend in Savannah, the Savannah Land area. And if you're interested, we'd love to have you in and have you continue being a part of our wonderful little morning show.
Wow, I would love that.
Yes.
Y'all make my week. And Fridays will be great.
Yeah, Fridays,
What a fun way.
you can start your weekend.
We're going to have to do it at 8, though.
Right.
8?
8. Is that possible?
All right, now this changes things. No, I'm just kidding.
Because we got beer for breakfast at 9.
I can make that work, yes.
Okay.
Right.
I do just want to tell y'all some words that can describe me is hardworking, dedicated. Last night, I met some more of Cameron's family, so I did not get to watch. And I woke up at 5:45 this morning to watch Bachelor in Paradise finale. So you're welcome. You're welcome, America.
That is dedication.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible.
Mm-hmm. My mom, she was pressed about it. She was texting me last night. She's like, how will you watch Bachelor in Paradise? I'm like, Mom, it's literally like a family event. I cannot miss this. I got it sorted.
Man. Did you meet, so you met Cam's?
It was his dad. I haven't met his dad before.
Okay. How'd it go?
It was good. We went to Victory North, actually. He's a big Dave Matthews fan, so we saw the tribute band last night.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
How was the show? Was there a lot of people there?
It was one of the smaller crowds that I've seen lately, but the people were lit about it. Those people were having a blast.
And they were probably just lit.
They were just literally lit.
It was a good show, though. They were great. I don't know Dave Matthews Band at all, but they sounded awesome.
So I went to go see the real Dave Matthews Band in Vegas, and I obviously know his work. I'm familiar with it. I didn't know that Dave Matthews was such like a jam bandy guy. And we were at the venue was called the Chelsea. It's on the Strip in Vegas, and it's a room that comfortably holds about 4,000 people. There's about 6,000 people in there. I mean, we were jammed. We were like shoulder to shoulder with people, and they played for like almost 3 hours. It was ridiculous. And like
every show or every song last night was like 10 minutes long. I was noticing that. I was like, is this the same song? Hold up.
Yeah, like the whole night, you're like, did you guys just play 6 songs? Like, what the hell's going on? I don't remember half of this.
Literally.
But it's they're an interesting live performance for sure.
It's kind of their thing.
You have to be prepared. Like if you're gonna go see Dave Matthews, I highly recommend you go see them like in like an outdoor amphitheater thing where you like sit on the hill and watch them.
Yeah.
But standing for like 3 hours straight, shoulder to shoulder, people, it's a long drag.
Yeah.
And like I knew it was gonna be a weird night because the moment we walked in, this lady right next to us, she had like not Alka-Seltzer, but she had like a little case of the candy mints, or what are they called?
Altoids?
Altoids.
Yeah.
She had like an Altoid tin, and she dropped it, and all of her drugs fell.
I was going to say it wasn't Altoids, was it?
Yeah, it was ecstasy and all this other stuff. She's like, and like people were picking up pills for her. She's like, guys, thank you so much. And like she was handing them out like candy. She's like, thank you. You know what? You do this one. You do this one. And like I didn't pick any up, and I'm like, do I want to do drugs right now? I didn't. So
proud of you.
Yeah, proud of me. I didn't do drugs that night. Probably should have.
Dave Matthews alive and well?
He is, very much so. Yeah.
I think that's kind of weird that there's a tribute band if he's not dead.
There's tribute bands for all bands.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I thought they had to be dead.
Yeah, Tool's got one.
Every band's got a tribute band.
Really?
It's a thing.
Yeah. You don't have to die for them to be a tribute to.
I just kind of thought that was like how it worked.
The unspoken rule. Yeah. No. You could still be very well alive and have a very fruitful career, and people will still be trying to make money off of playing your music.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird. Like Metallica's got like dozens.
All kinds.
AC/DC, like all these bands that are still active.
AC/DC is some of my favorites because I'm the only one I can think of name-wise because they're always created with the name. So there was an all-female version, so it was AC/DC. An all-female version of an AC/DC cover band. And we tried to get them in for an event. Remember, it was here, it was in Illinois, and they wanted like $10,000. And I'm like, no, I can't. Sorry.
AC/DC. That's hilarious.
And they were great. I mean, the videos I watched, they were great.
They would be a fun band if you had the budget.
Yeah.
To play for your Halloween event, which I know is coming up here in a few weeks.
$10,000. Let's do it.
And that was probably 10 years ago. So I'm guessing
great.
they're still together a little bit more. All right, guys. We'll be right back. All right, Lauren, I'm just going to be straight up honest. I'm going in completely blind today.
Love it.
In the past, I've watched, minutes to seconds of the episodes. I've read a recap. This morning, I have done absolutely nothing. I have no idea what went down on the season finale of Bachelor in Paradise.
Well, that's the great thing is that's why we hired Lauren. We pay her in smiles and winks, which we will most likely get lose our jobs and get sued for.
Yeah.
But Lauren is here to explain The Bachelor for us. This is the final episode of The Bachelor in Paradise. I saw there was some engagement moments.
Yes.
A surprise return as well. So let's get into how the show started. And once again, I know you were busy last night. Lauren woke up at 5:45 a.m. to watch The Bachelor in Paradise before she came in today.
Is that the most dedicated thing that's ever happened on the show?
She's the most dedicated employee that Dick Broadcasting currently has, and she doesn't even work for Dick Broadcasting. So, and Rock 106.1.
Wow.
So
Y'all
it's
can
incredible.
keep hyping me up this whole time. I'm cool with that.
All right.
Yes.
So what happened last night?
So, do we remember the prom where we left off last time?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We can pick up there. Noah and Abigail, they were breaking up. They indeed broke up.
It was a tense
I bet
moment.
Y'all didn't see that one coming this week. So they broke up. However, I've done extra research this morning, and Abigail posted a big compilation video on her Instagram. They are together off the island. They went home separately and have since rekindled.
That's incredible. Love does persevere.
It does.
Cotter?
Come on.
I'm sorry. Anytime love is brought up in relation to this show, I just really have a hard time buying it that it's legit and real.
All right. Well, there's another couple.
Okay, hit me up.
Who
What do you
also
got?
broke up.
Okay.
Becca, our queen Becca, she's the only one who is a former bachelorette. Remember her.
I love Becca.
So Becca and Thomas, they were going steady, and then it comes down to the hard conversations of do we get engaged after 1 month on this beach? And she's like, maybe we should pump the brakes. You seem like too good to be true. This is all too much too fast. So he, lots of man tears, leaves the beach alone.
Oh, no.
Again, last night, she posts a compilation video. They have since rekindled their love.
Love is real, Cotter.
Yep.
Yeah.
How about that? That's
Suck
2.
on that, pal.
Love is Instagram likes is all
Hey, hey.
No.
It's real.
Yes.
It's real.
You're
Don't buy it.
100%
I don't
right.
buy it. No, it's not real.
Yep. So they did have a rose ceremony, and Tia and Chelsea and Natasha, they have all left us,
Oh,
obviously.
no. Tia?
Yes. Okay. Well, so remember Aaron came over to make out with her in the middle of the prom, and so I was like, oh, this is a new spicy relationship. Obviously, they can't get engaged after just one makeout session. I mean, maybe, but they did not, and he didn't even say oh, do you want to keep dating after this? His boy James, he just decided that he's leaving the beach with James. They're the two that have been broing out
Right.
all season. He just said, I got to bounce with James back to San
Sometimes you have to choose the bros over hoes, and that's just unfortunate in this situation, but it's true.
Yes. Justice for Tia. I really feel bad for her. She gets left and right.
Oh, good Lord.
So that's who we lost. And like you said, there were 3 proposals. I don't know if we want to dive into that.
No, let's hold on to that.
Let's do it.
Let's just hang that nugget right there. It's coming up next. We got Fozzy Insane. We're going to get to that. Who were the proposals? What happened? More details. Explain The Bachelor. Here's Fozzy, Rock 106.1.
Actually, looking at the recap right now, and there's some love on that beach, Cotter. There's some love on Instagram, and there's some love on the beach.
I was shook whenever I saw the 2 couples that had rekindled. I was like, wow, they were really cute. They made me feel emotional.
Soup's cute.
Yeah.
Soup's cute.
I think that they got together and edited them together because it was the same kind of vibe, just a compilation of videos with a really sad song over it.
Right.
Sad, sweet, I guess.
Love the sad sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Just like most of the pumpkin spice lattes I drink.
Sad, sweet.
Mm-hmm. Good morning, Liquid. Thanks for joining us here on the live stream. Rhett says, Cotter, The Undertaker. Wow, side note. The Undertaker is doing an interactive Netflix show, Escape the Undertaker versus the New Day Trio, as they search for a mansion and magical urn. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we talked about this a couple weeks
Rhett
ago.
says the viewers will be able to select on-screen prompts to direct the New Day to try to escape the mansion. Thoughts?
I don't know.
Are you going to watch it?
Probably not.
Oh.
I like wrestling.
Look at Cotter growing up and not subscribing to the WWE.
I like wrestling, but this
children's
is
product.
This is a little beyond my level of fandom. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm going to probably hard pass on that.
Interesting. Lauren, while we have a minute with downtime, 2 minutes, anything going on with you? Anything we should be on the lookout that you are working on with Connect Savannah?
Just the usual, the podcast. I'm very excited about this week's episode. I feel like I say that every week, but it's just getting better and better every week. We had a really good guest. Her name is Cynthia W. Hammer, and she's a best-selling author, right? Power name.
Cynthia W. Hammer.
Yeah, and she was clear. She's like, include that W. I said, yes,
Wow,
ma'am.
absolutely. Can't mess that up. But awesome. So the podcast is available, I think, every Friday, correct?
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday. Sorry.
Thursday
I'm going to
morning.
get this right one of these years.
It's all right. It's Thursdays because Connect Savannah's like weekend seems like it starts on Thursday nights.
So once again, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing? Available Thursdays. You can find it on Spotify. You can find it on connectsavannah.com.
Yep.
Go check it out. Subscribe.
Subscribe.
All the subs and all the scribes. Do it. Well, that's wonderful. Are you going to any shows? You're a big concert goer. Any concerts on the horizon?
Not any. I don't think so right now. All the ones at Victory North, I feel like I go there once a week. We just kind of buy the tickets like 2 days before. We're like, we'll go to this.
Yeah,
They're all great.
We went to, I was at Candlebox. I did stage announcements for Candlebox last Tuesday. Once again, great day to see a concert on Tuesday. But I got a little crazy, stayed out way too late, stayed for the entire show, which doing a morning show is not a smart idea, I learned. So that was great. I'm glad to hear Dave Matthews went great. And then what's the other? Oh, Fozzy's going to be there this coming Friday.
Okay, I was just talking to Cameron about this. I saw a very scary photo of someone from that band with a pizza cutter on the head. What is that about?
Wrestling, when he wrestled.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so Chris Jericho's a wrestler, and he had a match versus a guy that used a pizza cutter on his forehead.
It's Nick Gage. He's the king of the death matches. Lots of light tubes, lots of blood, lots of gore, and pizza cutter's kind of his thing.
Seems so my vibe.
Slices people up.
There will be no pizza inside of Victory North this Friday. Unfortunately, actually.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. So last night was the season finale of Bachelor in Paradise. We talked about some of the people who left, some of the people who got together after the show. But you said there were proposals, on the show. So let's delve into this because once again, I am such a pessimist when it comes to this show.
And Cotter's never been in love.
Actual love.
Cotter's never experienced those 4 letters.
Not true.
L.
That's not true.
I don't know how to spell love.
I just can't buy that anybody falls in love
on a beach
on this show.
Oh, on a coastal
in 4
shore.
Weeks?
I'll buy the 4 weeks. I'll buy the 4 weeks before I'd buy people falling in love with the show. So who proposed to this show?
Air quotes proposed.
Air quotes.
There was a real proposal.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Real rings and real roses.
Yeah, settle
all right.
Settle down, pal.
Just
real
because
roses.
they have the props doesn't make it real.
Okay, so I have been rooting for Mari and Old Man Kenny the whole time, and so they did get engaged. And y'all, this is 40-year-old Kenny. He confessed he's never told a woman he loves her before.
What?
That's
Can
a
you
line.
believe that?
No, that's a line.
Really? No way. You think?
It's a line. It's a line.
No. Okay, so you think like his ex-girlfriend is like screaming at the
Oh,
TV?
yeah. It's going to come out. She's going to tweet about it later. He'll be canceled over it. Yeah, it'll be fine.
It's so funny. I actually saw a picture of Mari and Kenny online just this morning, and a picture of him bent down on one knee, and they actually put creaking noises. They wrote that next to his knees. I thought that was very funny.
How old is this guy?
40.
Yeah. No, I can confirm. I'm 38. My knees creak, man.
Yeah, I know, but it's old man Kenny over here.
I'm so sorry. Look, they just hammer it down on the show. Literally, like under everyone's name, they have their career, and his just says 40-year-old. That's all it says.
They're like, I can't believe we're still allowing this guy on the show.
Hey, sometimes
For real.
Sometimes you don't have any talents, and sometimes you're just an age.
Yes. Yes. So we had 2 other couples get engaged, Marissa and Riley, and they got to go to the fantasy suite. All 3 of these couples did, before the engagement, and they just show like a little clip before they give them some privacy. They busted the whipped cream out again. They weren't licking it off toes, but there were strawberries.
They're really hungry and love desserts.
People love whipped cream. I think that they can stay together as long as they keep that fridge
None of them
stocked.
look like they eat, though. Let's be honest.
That's true. That's true. Maybe they only eat whipped cream.
I mean, that's all they get.
All right,
Low carbs.
who was our third couple that got engaged last night?
America's Sweethearts.
Oh, you're going to say Grocery Store Joe, aren't you?
Grocery Store Joe
There he
and
is.
Serena P. I
beautiful.
love them, but that one was not without drama. Of course, the Bachelor producers sent Kendall, the ex-girlfriend, back to this beach for the second time.
Right.
Love it.
She came in and everyone's like, "Oh my God, she's about to like blow up the Bachelor in Paradise," and she just like gave her blessing. It was fine.
It's like let me break this down for Cotter so he understands. Cotter, it's like Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker are in a WWE ring.
Sure.
And then suddenly you hear music. What is that? A crash of glass. Stone Cold comes out.
Sure.
That's essentially what happened last night between these three people. Kendall was Stone Cold in this situation, but she came out instead of giving everyone stunners, she just blew them kisses.
She handed out beers.
Yeah, she handed out beers and blew them kisses.
Okay,
so
fair
that's what happened.
Yes.
So which of these three couples legitly have a chance?
I think
Be honest.
Grocery Store Joe and Serena P, and I think that that's the only one.
I agree.
I really am rooting for Mari and Kenny, but I just don't see this happening. She's like 24. She's not ready.
Well, and also she has a fetish for whipped cream that's almost like out of hand, and you know she's going to be using that on a lot of different people.
That's Marissa and Riley, but true.
Sorry.
Wow.
All right, Lauren, thank you so much for educating us all season long.
Of course.
On Explain the Bachelor and Bachelor in Paradise. The show's done, but you're going to continue with us. We'll have more details about that. Have you in still once a week, so that'll be a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much. We appreciate it. All right, coming up next, we're going to get to some Marshall's music news. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Amazing.
Perfect.
Wow.
You are awesome. Thank you so much for everything for this season.
You're so
welcome. I know we made you do a lot of work with
Really?
zero pay,
Yep.
so it's almost like working for Connect Savannah, but that one hit too close to home, I know. But we love you so much, and then obviously we're going to continue our threesome. We're going to
Perfect.
continue on being best friends, and starting next Friday, which I think is the 15th.
Perfect.
15th. We'll start having you come in every Friday at 8 a.m. very early.
Okay.
You know, and we're if there's sometimes there's an opportunity where we can have a special guest come in with you, maybe we do that. I don't know.
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
My co-host Jamie would love to come.
Yeah, let's get Jamie in here. Maybe you got maybe there's a big event happening and you have access to someone. They want to come in and talk. Let's all talk. And then I think the radio gods are going to bless us with a new studio.
Ooh.
Maybe a little bit bigger, but it'll definitely be built in a much better way than just a 3 mic. Hopefully we'll get a nice 4 mic, 4 camera setup.
Yay.
And it'll be beautiful.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful.
That's so exciting. When is that happening? Soonish?
I don't know.
Ish, hard-ish?
There's been days thrown around.
There's been days.
Okay,
There's
okay.
been dates like January-ish,
Okay.
December-ish, February-ish.
Okay.
If it happens-ish. Hopefully that's
Amazing.
the next thing. But thank you. Good luck with your pumpkin spice sort of tea thing.
Tea? Thank you.
Now I kind of want to go get a pumpkin spice cold. Hey, Cotter, before you go jump your flight, go grab us a coffee.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, I got to do my top 5 still. I even wrote down my top 5 today.
Okay, y'all. We have to take a little selfie. Last day of
we gotta
Explain the
finish it up.
Bachelor. I'm going to post it with just like a montage of all of the cast. So cute. All right. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you all. I'll hit you up and we'll shoot details and figure it all out before the 15th hits. Carolyn? Oh. What? Oh. What kind of dog? A Maltese and Shih Tzu mix? So it's a Maltese shit? Oh, man. Look at your. Is that you in that picture? Look how happy you are. Look how smitten you are with that dog.
Oh.
Cameron was going to be jealous. All right, great seeing you.
See you later.
See you soon.
All right, Marshall. I didn't know this was a thing, but I am super excited about this, and
What?
I guess it's been out there for 2 years. Taika Waititi is making a Flash Gordon movie.
He's making 100 movies, man. He's supposed to make an Akira movie. He's supposed
Don't
to
care.
make that Thor movie.
Don't care.
That ain't happening.
I just want a Flash Gordon
Not
movie
happening.
for Taika Waititi.
Not happening.
It'd be awesome.
He's making a Star Wars movie too. So what do you think? He's just gonna make all these movies? Like I'm gonna bust out 3 movies this year. So
Yeah.
No, it's not going to happen. Mike, what's up, man? Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on the live stream.
Hey, Mike.
All right, guys, we're running into the back half of the show. Just got a couple of Marshall music news, and then we're off for a couple days.
We'll be back next Thursday. Doing the Foxy story first.
Yeah, let's kick off into a Foxy Shazam story.
I like
never talk about them. We'll do that, then we'll get into. Let's get into Guns N' Roses after that, and then we'll wrap up with the Innings Festival. Liquid says, "I want your work schedule." No, you don't, man. You don't understand what we do.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just
no. I take that back. He understands what we do, the shit we put up with.
Well, I mean, we've talked about it before. It's like, the show alone, we spend 7 to 8 hours on, 4 on the air, and the rest prepping, and then we both have responsibilities outside of the show. So, I
constantly ignore them, and they still want me to do them.
I got no. You want a week off? Okay, that I can respect. Yeah, that I get. You want a week off? 100%, I get that. Hey, man, what do I get now? 4 weeks off a year? I don't know. I'm going to take each and every one and not feel bad about it.
Yeah. Mike says, longtime fan, love the show. Oh, thanks, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Don't say the same thing as me. How about, you know what? I fucking love you, Mike. How about that?
I fucking love you more, Mike.
Damn it.
You
got me good, you son of a bitch. How am I going to top that?
I don't know. That's funny. Where are you from, Mike? Where are you listening at? All right, we got about 4 minutes. I love you both.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday to a close personal friend, the guy that got me into radio, the one and only Joey Davidson. Happy birthday to our boy.
Oh, it's Joey's birthday?
Joey Davidson, first promotions director who gave Marshall a shot in radio.
So I had, for a while in my career, I had a term I would say I Joey D'd out of the situation. Joey D was just the luckiest MFer on the planet. Dude is super effing nice. I mean, one of the nicest guys you're ever going to meet. But whenever he got in a weird situation as promotions director and something was going bad, it just always worked out. And I don't know how it happened. It just always worked out. So there have been a few times where it's like, times in my career where it's like, something was obviously going to F up. Mm-hmm. And then it just like, miracle of miracles at the end. And I've always referred to that as I Joey D'd out of that situation.
I got to ask you guys' opinion real quick.
Okay.
So I'm building out a butterfly garden for my wife.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So there's going to be some whimsical pieces in it. So we had a tree in our front yard that was taken down, and the portion where it kind of split off at like the middle section where it goes off in a bunch of different branches, I actually took that portion. It was cut down, and we put it in the little garden area of the butterfly garden, so we can actually put like little gnomes or little whatever we want on top of it. So that's in there. We bought some decorative rocks to go in there.
Okay.
But I was thinking about buying this set of garden gnomes. And I know that sounds, Marshall, why are you buying garden gnomes?
No, because I expect them to be, fun or different types of garden gnomes.
So this is the set I'm thinking about buying.
Yeah, it is.
It is a Slipknot set. It's like $80. And I don't know how big they are, but how funny would it be if you're like touring my house. Let's say I have my house on sale, and you're like, okay, look at this nice little. There's like a little pool shed back there that just got finished, and you're like, there's a nice little garden, and you're looking around like, there's all these butterflies. You're like, is that Corey Taylor circa 2014 over there? And they're like, the entire band's there. So I'm thinking about buying that. So if anyone tell me to do that, I just need the help. Just tell me to do it.
Do it.
$80.
Yeah.
They're under the category of Halloween statue. You get all of them. You get every single member. Let's see. Height is 13 centimeters. Okay. So obviously this is a company that overseas that did it.
Right.
Let's see. They are 5 inches tall, so they're
they're tiny.
They're tiny little. But that's the thing. That's the kind of I don't like want them to like overshadow the butterfly garden.
No, I get that.
What if I just hide them all around the butterfly garden? It's tiny little Slipknot army in my butterfly garden.
You see little butterflies impaled on the mast with spikes. What happened?
Did the little Corey Taylor gnome just eat a butterfly?
All right, we got about 30 seconds. We were talking about Batman earlier. Just a quick, I'll just read the headline. George Clooney says he won't play Batman in The Flash because he destroyed the franchise.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh, that's pretty bad. That was one of the worst Batman movies ever. All right, guys, be right back. Thank you for hanging out this morning, Cotter and Marshall Show. Time to dive into some Marshall's music news.
All right, let's go ahead and do that diving. Foxy Shazam have circled February 14th. Yes, Foxy Shazam have circled Valentine's Day on the calendar for next year for their new release. They're putting their final touches on their 7th studio album entitled The Heart Behead You. What does that mean? They go on to tell us about it. But it's kind of crazy because it's Foxy Shazam. Yams. Anyway, it's that band. Shazam. You like that? It's been a long morning. Anyway, they say their new single, I'm in Love, clocks in at just over a minute. It gives fans a dreamy, horn-filled opening with some 60s to 70s vibe to it. So I'm guessing it's just their first song off the album. Yeah. It's not really their first single, but they did put out a little teaser for you guys for their new album, The Heart Behead You, once again coming out Valentine's Day of next year. Now, Foxy Shazam, I don't know why I'm having such a difficult time with that. They are such a weird one-off band. The singer has a very high-pitched voice, yes. I guess is the best way to describe it. Maybe in tune with like the darkness. I believe in a thing called love.
Yeah, I get that a little bit.
Kind of on that level of crazy singer. But this band is so much fun, and we've actually played a couple songs from them in the past here at Rock 106.1.
Yeah, so it's like they're not Queen, but they're like the closest thing to Queen, just musically. They're just kind of all over the place. The lead singer is weird in a completely awesome way, and we had them here in town. They played a show at the Wild Wing Cafe, downtown in City Market. And we did a pedal ride, the pub tour pedal ride with the band and hit up different bars. It was one of the weirdest, most awesome, coolest experience. That show at Wild Wing was amazing. So, yeah, let's do some Foxy Shazam. It's I Like It, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
This is the song. It's like, that's the biggest black ass I've ever seen. And I like it, and I like it. It's perfect. Oh, good Lord. Yeah. Maybe it's good you're going on vacation. I need a break, too. All right, next up we'll do Guns N' Roses. Quick story, just Axl Rose thanking the fans for the wrap-up of their We're Effin' Back tour. And then after that, we'll dive into one final story with the Innings Festival. It's a baseball-infused festival, music festival they do in Arizona every year. So we'll dive into that next. Mike says, I love the Slipknot gnomes. It's like all the secret Mickeys at Disneyland except, Slipknot.
All right, guys. 2 more breaks. I'm out the door.
Stop fucking clapping at me.
Sorry, I'm just excited.
Yeah, no, stop that.
Vacation kicks. What, stop being excited?
Yeah.
Because I get days off?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not about you. Jesus Christ.
You know what? Totally about me.
Mm-hmm. That's the problem.
I'm ready. All right, guys, got about a minute and a half.
I think that's good. Cool.
Service Brewing has got a beer release the peanut butter jelly drip, kettle sour, 6.6, raspberry peanut butter milk sugar.
That sounds good until you said sour. I don't know. It sounds like one of those imperial sours, so maybe it doesn't really have a heavy, bitter taste to it.
Sure.
But I don't know. I'm super skeptical of that. Is it in draft room only, or is it like
it'll probably draft room only would be my guess. It doesn't say, but that'd be my guess.
Yeah.
For the first time, so and that's the first time. So they made a larger batch to share. So I guess it was one of their R&Ds earlier.
Oh, cool.
So that's cool. All right, 30 seconds, guys.
Once again, we are going to be off for the rest of the week, and then we'll be back next Thursday. Back with the show. We'll have a new beer for breakfast guest. Got a couple lined up that I just need to confirm. So I'll get a bunch lined up because I don't think we have any more Fridays off that I know of currently on the schedule. I think there's one in November.
Yeah. All right, guys. Be right back. We got story number 2, Marshall's Music News.
So Guns N' Roses have finally finished their We're Effin' Back tour. Now, this happened on Sunday this past year.
Yeah.
They started this tour, technically, in April of 2016. Yes.
Has it been that long?
Yes. So back in April of 2016, they announced the We're Effin' Back tour, which came on the heels of the Not in This Lifetime tour. It's the third highest grossing tour in the history of the Billboard box score. They really run this thing dry.
Yeah, they have.
Now it's time to do some new music, apparently. Obviously, the guys are putting out a new EP here in the next few months, but Axl went online to say, essentially, thank you. He wrote, again, huge thanks to everyone that came out to the shows. A special thanks to everyone for working with us to help protect our safety, the safety of each other, the safety of our crew and venues. Along with the COVID protocols, times are stressful, which is an understatement, and your cooperation and participation is greatly appreciated and not taken for granted. So once again, Guns N' Roses have wrapped up their tour, and there you go. They're going to be back sometime soon with a new album.
All right, coming up next, one more story to go. We'll wrap up the show. It's Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
Can I play radio too?
No. Aaron, close that door real quick. It's up there. Yeah, it's the Fart Launcher 3000. Yeah, it's the 3000 model. I couldn't afford the 5000, but hopefully one day. Once again, a few more sponsorships on the show. We'll go ahead and do that.
I think what's important is you're going to try to get the 5000.
I think that's incredibly important for that model. But, I mean, we'll see. I mean, it really depends. I want to get the heated leather seats and everything, but I don't know. No, this model, it's just the kind of the 6-gun type option. So
this is just basically amateur.
I mean, I think that's kind of a prolonged statement that I feel is 100% correct when it comes to Rock 106.1. Yeah.
No, I think that's what we're dealing with right now.
Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you what, the one thing we need in radio is more management. So it's very important. It's very important to the creative process.
I think that's extraordinarily clear to everybody in the building.
Really need to synergize and tighten this up.
Synergize.
Yeah, why don't you circle back to me and do you have an Excel file that you could send to me? That'd be great.
Wednesday?
Well, it's not, but I'm gonna need it before.
Today's Wednesday. I've got a CSV file or an Excel file.
Well, truth of the matter is, I need it COB today, so go ahead and get that. Well, I mean, always ASAP. Yeah, preferably. Eastern Standard Time, please.
You need to be on the morning show?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Absolutely. 100%. Stream only.
Who's running the board? Good
Stream
luck.
only. He actually asks that same question most days, so it wouldn't be too far off. All right. Good luck. Have fun. That was our boss, and I don't know,
Larry.
Part-time his boss. Just a guy named Larry.
It's just Larry.
Yeah. All right, guys. Gibby's here. What's up, man? Shane says, gonna miss you guys. Have fun in Austin. I was born in Baytown, Texas, right outside of Houston, and most of my family lives in Houston.
Oh, nice.
Gibby says, hey, everyone else, what's going on? Just want to let you guys know there was a massive data breach from Twitch. So it's recommended that everyone change their Twitch passwords. Data breach. Oh, great.
Another one? Well, awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to have to...
Glad all this stuff is secure.
You know what? It's probably a good time now that we have... I got a couple days to kind of sit down and work on some stuff and sleep in and actually think on a regular person level. Maybe I'll switch around all my passwords.
I'll be right back.
All right, guys, one more story for Marshall's Music News today. We're going to get into the Innings Festival, which is over in Tempe, Arizona. A huge baseball-like themed festival. It's about it's done around spring training, and it's got quite the lineup. Pretty cool stuff. As I was saying, yeah, we're going to be off for the next few days, off a few days next week, so Cotter can go get his freak on or whatever the hell he's doing in Austin, Texas. And we'll be back next Thursday. We'll have more special guests. We'll have Lauren Wolverton join us on Friday. We're going to do kind of a what are we doing segment on Fridays as well. Hey, man. There it is. Happy early 45th birthday to me. Oh, shit. Happy birthday, man. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. For sure. Okay. Winding down the show. What are you doing after the show today, Cotter?
Hop on an airplane.
Are you going straight to the airport?
Straight to the airport from here.
What time's your flight?
12. Plane boards in 2 hours.
Yeah, I think you're fine. It'll take you, what, like 35 minutes drive there, max?
Yeah. No, I'm going to leave as soon as this breaks down. I'm seriously walking to my office, grabbing my stuff, and walking out the door.
Yeah.
So, yeah. If you just leave me some of these beers, you can take the rest. I won't care.
No, I'm taking all of them.
That's fine, too.
I'm actually going to just feed the raccoons outside. Your portion of the beer. Oh, no. Sorry. Yeah, I actually drank all of it. It's crazy.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, today, I got to check with Aaron, but I'm pretty sure we still have a 12 o'clock meeting over in Beaufort.
Yeah.
I got to go to Beaufort today, speaking of.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Hey, Rhett, can you pull him over? Ooh, can you pull over Aaron?
Oh, Mike, what's going on, man? Yeah, absolutely. My Vegas bro. Yeah. I forget. We're going to lunch at some Mexican food restaurant in Beaufort. Let me see what place. In case anyone wants to join us. Maria's Mexican Kitchen.
Close.
Maria's? Anyone ever heard of Maria's Mexican Kitchen in Beaufort? Is it any good? Shane says, yep, birthday is Friday, October 8th, so those Shinedown tickets are so appreciated. So excited. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Shane, I'm going to hit you up probably as soon as the show ends. I'm going to have to leave the office. How long does it take to get to Beaufort from here? Hour and 10 minutes, right?
Something like that.
So I'm going to have to leave no later than 10:30. So, yeah. Shrek goes, come see me. I'll be at the sheriff's office. If I can come and shoot your gun, I will.
All right, guys, got about 4 minutes.
You know, I was driving down White Bluff the other day. I didn't even realize, there's like a shooting range like right around the corner from here. I mean, there's a shooting range down in Abercorn, close to the Savannah Mall. There is one like if you take a right on Abercorn and then take a left on that first street right past that furniture store.
Yeah.
There's one right there on White Bluff.
Really?
There's a shooting range right there. I didn't even know it was there.
I don't know if I knew that or not.
The Shell station where we have to fill up the radio station vehicles at,
right.
That street. Like if you just go down to White Bluff, it's on the corner. I didn't know there was a shooting range there.
Didn't either.
Rhett, give him the taser. Mike says, I love that place. They have amazing food, and it's not too far from my house.
There you go.
What do you get, Mike, when you go to Maria's? Is there like a dish that's like the bomb there? Charles says, Rhett, pull over Marshall and call forensics to do a body cavity search. I hear he's holding about according to YouTube, about 20 pounds of toxic poop. I'm sorry, I get that commercial like every
All
time.
the
I don't know
man.
why YouTube thinks I'm full of 20 pounds of toxic shit.
They just know you're full of shit.
I guess so, man.
All right, guys, got 240.
All right. Last break here, and then we're wrapped for a couple days.
So I got like a 2.5-hour layover in Atlanta.
There was a lot of like the restaurants, like
Yeah.
a lot of the little spots are closed.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe they'll be open now, or maybe they'll be open then. I don't know.
COVID closed, do you think?
I think a lack of staffing, honestly. Like when I
Okay.
went in there, at, I don't know what time it was, like 2:00. Five Guys was closed.
What?
And Five Guys is always open.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A was closed. Like, it was weird. I mean, I traveled on a Friday too. I traveled on a Friday and I flew home on a Sunday. And like, I get it. Sunday they close down early.
Yeah.
Like Five Guys does. I think they close at like 6 or
Really?
something like that. But
Okay.
yeah, just a heads up. Mike says, get the fajitas. They are amazing. Best in town. And make sure you get a margarita. Rhett says we could do a felony car stop, pull out a gunpoint, force him to lay down on the wet asphalt, handcuff y'all, search y'all while citizens film you on the phone. That would be great.
I love this.
Except no.
Yes.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Rhett.
Rhett.
Come on, buddy. Beer's on me.
All right, if you do that afterwards, I got to go shoot my gun in the woods. Shoot your gun in the woods. Full clip, too. Not just like once. I get to shoot all of it. Hey, Mac's in studio.
I got about a minute.
Hi, Mac. We've had all the guests today, so you might as well just join.
Hello.
What's up? You tired? You're a little tired.
Don't feel good.
Oh, you got the cocoa?
No,
Why'd you come in with the cocoa, man?
I don't have the cocoa.
Wait, are you wearing an Eric Church shirt?
I am.
Did you go see Eric Church? Oh, that's 2019.
Yeah, I went.
Oh, okay. Why does he look like...
I don't make the T-shirts, Marshall.
All
I
right.
just wear them.
Just wire them.
All right, guys. I got about 30 seconds.
Quick check. How do you say oil again?
Oil.
Oil.
You sound like a hick.
You say oil like you're about to have a stroke.
Oil.
Oh.
All right, guys. We'll be right back. All right, before we get out of here, one more time, Marshall's Music News.
So this is one music festival that I think I could get really behind, Cotter. It's called the Innings Festival. It's happened for a few years now. I think Weezer headlined back last year, but they just announced the 2022 lineup. Now, this happens at Arizona's Tempe Beach and Tempe Arts Park, February 26th and 27th. This year's headliner, the Foo Fighters. No big deal.
Nice.
Kind of cool. Tame Impala is also headlining another night. They got St. Vincent, Dashboard Conventional, White Reaper. Very much fits in the tantrums. Very much more of an alternative feel to when it comes to a music festival. Now, speaking of the baseball stuff, it's going to feature appearances and like sit-down talks with Ryan Dempster, Roger Clemens, Jake Peavy, Rick Sutcliffe, Kenny Lofton, Jim Abbott, Tim Salmon, Russell Ortiz, Eric Gagne. I mean, they just have so many like old school baseball players and, of course, some amazing music. I mean, this is something, and it's spring training time.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I would love to go check this out. Once again, it's called the Innings Festival. Happens in Arizona. Tickets are on sale currently. 2-day admissions and also VIPs went on sale yesterday at inningsfestival.com.
All right, guys, that is it. We're out for the rest of the week. Actually, won't be back until next Thursday. Sorry, I've got vacation.
Will you stop apologizing?
Okay. No,
You sound like Canadian today.
I'm not
sorry for leaving. Sorry for leaving. I'm not sorry.
I'm not
Because
sorry.
you know what? I get to sleep in, and that's awesome.
That's true.
But we have best of shows running while we're out. Also, we'll have some new video content that we'll be putting up on the Cotter and Marsh Show Facebook page and our other social media. So please go find those pages and like and subscribe to them now.
All right, guys, we'll talk to you next week. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
All right, guys. That is today. All right, that's a wrap for the show today. Let's go with some lasting words of wisdom. First with Mac. Mac, any lasting words of wisdom until we return?
Oil.
Three letters.
Oil.
Oil can. Cotter, any lasting words of wisdom for everyone?
I hope to only partially remember the next week.
Oh, okay. I thought that was going to go a different direction.
No, just, I hope it's one of those where it's like I get back and I'm like, that happened, right? Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, good.
Oh boy.
Just looking to have a good time.
How many days are you going to get high? 1? 1.5?
It depends on how many days I go see live music.
1.5?
Could be 5.
Oh.
Just throwing it out there.
Jesus, you're just going to sleep the entire time.
I'm okay with that.
All right, words of wisdom for me. Nope, I'm pretty much on. I'm on. Yeah, I don't think I have anything to share there. All right, guys, have a good one. Obviously, be on the lookout for all sorts of fun, stupid stuff that we'll put up online now that I have time to put up fun, stupid stuff.
Yes.
And we'll see you next Thursday starting.
Rhett, we're back on.
6 a.m.
Yeah, we're back next Thursday. Mike, yes, we actually will do some giveaways and stuff like that live on the stream.
Yeah.
So we did today.
Twice.
Hook some people up.
That's right.
Like it.
Making dreams come true. People orgasm. It was weird. All right, guys, see you later.
I think.